Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Keen Software House live stream. And boy, do we have some exciting stuff for you today. Let's come in here now. We're good. And I'm also joined...
Hi Joel, and hi everyone.
By Marek. Oh, this side, Marek Rosa, of course. Alright, Marek, just going to move your webcam a little bit there. I set the Zoom call up for Erin. There's everyone's webcam's a little bit different here, so I'll just move you there. Fantastic. So welcome to see, it's great to see so many of you guys in the chat tonight on both YouTube and Twitch. And I'm almost like shaking with excitement about the stuff we're about to share with you. And first off, how's it been, Marek, kind of developing still with all the kind of crazy times? You know, obviously we're all at home office right now. So how's that been?
Yeah, it has been fine, as we discussed last time on the live stream. And we have some news. Like, of course, the biggest one is today's update. And other than that, our new office, Orangeria, the reconstruction is coming to its end and will be moving in next week. And for example, today there was some fire department kind of, evaluation or testing or something like this, and it went well. And then there will be some other, like bureaucratic things. And we will be moving our furniture and stuff, and also the new furniture in about 2 weeks or a week actually. And then the rest of the team. So yeah, we are very much looking forward to this one. Then another news is about the multiplier optimizations that Philip is working on, and there have been some public tests, and it looks to be a good thing, like improving the performance quite a lot. So this is another thing that I'm looking forward to, like to get these multiplier optimizations to the official game. And then another thing is just like a reminder, recapitulation of Xbox release that we did like 3 months ago, and it's going well. It's also selling well, and we had done a few updates since then, and bigger updates are in front of us. One of the biggest will be adding dedicated servers to the Xbox version of Space Engineers. So I would say these are the main news, and next we can continue with the trailer, and then we can speak more about the details of today's release.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm just showing right now the new office on the stream, Marek. Just the website. So if you guys are interested in to read a bit of history about our new office, you can go to orenzeri.cz and you can read about the history and see some of the work in progress pictures, including this really cool metal kind of staircases we're getting built for it. So that's some cool updates there. But yeah, and as Marek said, it's been great seeing all the Xbox users finally jump into SE and create some awesome stuff. Really has been fantastic. But I think, are you guys in the chat ready? Let's see some hands in the... Who's ready for this? You ready? Let me see if we're good on this front. Do you want to roll it right now, Marek?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Let's do this. Enjoy, guys. I'm just going to quickly mute you, Marek.
Are you tired of working 70-hour weeks on the colonies of Mars without any chance of some proper relaxation? Are you tired of that coarse, rough, and irritating sand getting everywhere? Good news, engineer. We have the perfect weekend getaway just for you. And with a decent spacefaring vessel, you can get there from any of the home system planets in no time. Before you know it, you'll have arrived at Sparks of the Future Station. It's hard to miss. At arrivals, you'll be greeted by the finest facility in the galaxy, featuring top-of-the-line security, as your safety is paramount to us. You'll first want to settle into our 6-star accommodation at Hotel Argonne, where you can leave your belongings, rest for a while and freshen up. We know you'll need to after that long journey. When you're ready, you can board a reliable subway system to be taken to the central hub. This is where the fun begins. Grab a bite to eat, take in the views, and lose yourself in this station of paradise and thrills. You'll notice it features a classic red v-blue color ambience. Feel free to request a tour of our engineering sector and see for yourself the inner workings of a next generation station. But Be warned, some areas are highly dangerous and volatile. Sparks the Future personnel will not be held accountable for injury or death that occurs in these areas. Once you've completed the tour, you can utilize the automated shuttle or the subway system once again to return to the main facility. Get cozy by the fireplace with a cup of cosmic coffee, experience live performances at the Shrine of Clang, or maybe show your fellow engineers who's really got the loosest boots at one of our many nightclubs. But if you prefer to challenge your friends off the dance floor, visit our state-of-the-art shooting range with hinge targets and kill counters to make it that much more competitive. Whatever your passion, we promise that a trip to Sparks the Future Station will turn that frown upside down. And for a limited time offer, make your booking today and receive a free Elite 2 upgrade upon your arrival. The future is now.
And there we go, guys. Oh, Marek's gone. What do you think? There it is. Sparks the Future with just so... I can't... Where do we even start with this? So off the top, global automatic weather, hinge blocks, small grid doors, letter blocks, all part of the free update. And then we have a huge decorative kind of neon cyberpunky vibe pack available also on Steam. But let me just see if I can get Marek back here. If I'm...
Joel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Marek.
Yeah. So it's saying that you, when I click on the start video, it says Okay, wait a second.
There we go. And he's back.
Thank you.
So actually,
I thought you kicked me off the stream.
I was like, yeah, Marek's gone now. No, sorry about that, man. So yeah, it's out there, Marek. The news is out, and it's been such a pleasure kind of working on this. And I think the whole team's been very passionate about this project, right? This kind of update. Yeah.
I'm very thankful to the team and also the modders and to everyone who worked on this release. I think it was a really good job. And Joel also did a good trailer. Natik was producing. Natik is our art lead, and he will be speaking after me on the stream. And Natik was producing this update, but also doing the artwork as usual. And I also think he did a great job because the art is nice, and there are many good things. And then there is many modders who helped create this release. So I think it's very good. And before I forget, I want to give a signal to Natik and Vasek and Erin and the other guys to unleash the release.
Unleash the release, yeah. Yes, indeed.
Release the update, the trailer, blog post, all these things. And then we can...
Yeah, we're going
to... About the blog, yeah.
Exactly.
So it's already on the blog, actually. The blog post is out.
There we go, fantastic. Yeah, so we'll today the plan is we're going to go through all of the update features, and Marek will stay for a bit here, and then we're going to get the person in charge of this, and also our lead artist, Natik, and then later on tonight we're going to get our community manager, Kianata, on to answer all the questions, because definitely I'm sure you guys have some questions and some feedback, so definitely be thinking about that as we go along here, and hopefully we answer them as we first go through the blog post. But if you have some questions, please do stick about. We'd love to get to them. But again, here is the glorious end screen here. And also, the station that you saw is a part of the free update as well. There's two, the version is in the new game screen, and also you'll find on the Steam Workshop an extended edition which contains it's a bigger station, but can definitely be a kind of performance, maybe some performance troubles on the lower mid-end systems, so you will need to subscribe to that on the Steam Workshop. But definitely recommend checking out that extended edition because there's a lot of really amazing hard work and details by our designers. But yeah, I've been like, this has been probably one of my most exciting updates to work on since I've ever worked at Keen, I'll actually say. Like it's really up there with like the release and planets for me. There's just so much cool stuff going on, and the general vibe is amazing. There's also some new music, right, Marek? I just remembered.
I just need to do something. I will be back in 20 seconds, okay?
Okay, sure, go ahead. we had our artists make some kind of cyberpunky style music, and you kind of heard it there in the trailer. So there's definitely some awesome stuff there as well. But let me, we're going to jump into the game, of course, and show the source of this stuff out. Let me just get at Marek's blog, the latest one here as well. So yeah, just kind of reading through it there. Even the automatic weather on its own is a big deal. So I've got some points to talk about the automatic weather. It's determined by voxel type, and it affects survival elements. So when there's a sandstorm, your solar panels are going to be less efficient. So there's some real gameplay things with the global weather. So there could have been a whole video just on weather, honestly. There's a huge part there. And big shout out to Jakarian Studios, who was working with us on that weather stuff. It's fantastic, and it's in all I don't know all worlds, but at least all survival worlds. And it will just be there automatically. So that alone is just like a huge thing to cover. So we'll have to go through it step by step. Yeah, Mark, I was just talking about the weather there. How that's such a huge kind of game-changing part alone, actually. And then
it's amazing, especially when you read about it. You know, there is a link in the blog post. Maybe
I'm going to get this up here as well.
Chat. And the guys provide more details about the weather there, and when you read it, you know, it feels like real weather, because it kind of is. So that's good. So Joel, if I may, I will go like step by step through the blog post.
Would you like me to get that on stream as well, Marek, or shall I play the game instead?
I will leave this to you.
Okay, we can show some on stream as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. 3 types of hinges, by the way. There's 2 small, there's a size 3x3 and a size 1 on small grid, which is a big deal actually, having a 1x1 connection like that on small grid. And the large grid just has 1 variant of hinge. So there's 3 hinges in total. And I mean, hopefully Bruce, big shout out to Bruce Lee, who also provided me with some cool assets to use in that trailer, including the cool shuttle at the start and some of the other assets. And hopefully he's going to post some stuff. But yeah, so Marek, whenever you're ready, man, we can go through this post here together and kind of work through some things.
So before we start, I just want to ask people who are watching this stream and people who already have access to this update, if you want, you can create creations, like during the live stream, you can create some creations using the hinge block or using the small doors, or maybe something fancy with the weather or anything basically that is new with this update. Please create it and send us, like before end of this live stream, send this to us. I think Erin will provide a link, or you know, like the way you should send these things to us, and then we will share it with the rest of the people at the end of the live stream. So I really want to see like what you will be able to create within 1 or 2 hours, or how long the live stream will run. So again, if you want, and if you already have access to the update, please look on what is new and do something crazy, creative, funny, interesting, using the new features that are in the game right now.
So yes, that's it, guys. Call to action. Get to work, get engineering, and we will, if you come up with some cool builds in the next couple hours, we will try to showcase some of them at the end of the stream. And I'll definitely showcase some more of Bruce's stuff, which he got for me. So yeah, good point, Marek, for remembering that one. Fantastic. Let's get that agenda there.
So let's go through the blog post.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the hinge block, and yeah, we have the hinge block, which is like nice addition to the game. I hope it will not bring any new clank issues. I'm really hoping, because you know, like the history with all these like physical blocks that we were adding to the game, like each of them was like shooting yourself to your leg 10 times, you know. So and not just once but 10 times. And you know, like when we added wheels, we thought like, okay, it's just wheels, and actually we had to work like many months, maybe even years, to actually make them okay in single player, multiplayer, in different conditions, edge cases and so on. And the same it was with rotors and everything else. So like, I'm not complaining, it's more like kind of funny memories. So I hope that with the Hinge, like we are not shooting ourselves in the leg, but I actually think it's worthy addition to the game, as you can see, from the video or from the animated GIFs in the blog post.
And of course, I think honestly, they are. I would say that from my experience in testing them, they're more stable than rotors because they actually have limits. They can only go like 180 degrees. So actually, they're more stable. They're at least on par. They're not going to be any more clang prone than rotors, I think. But there's some really nice examples here. This is again on Bruce Lidley's shuttle he made for me. And again, seeing kind of how you can combine them with the pistons and make some really interesting kind of mechanisms here. So really excited to see what you guys come up with. So yeah, scrolling down here, Marek.
Yeah, then the next thing is a small grid door, which described itself. I think it's also a nice addition and just like enriching what you can do in Space Engineers. And what I'm happy about is that the doors look nice,
Yeah.
It just feels good. Yeah, so that's that. Then there is the 3D letters, so basically new blocks that you can use to place on your ship or armor to basically add some letters, on the armor. And again, this is also one of the things that, as I ask you for sending us your creations during this live stream, maybe somebody will be able to figure out something funny or creative using the letters. So we'll see. And why I think this can be interesting is that, like big military ships, they have these kind of letters on them to describe like parts of the ship or name of the ship and so on. So I think it's something that was kind of missing in the game for a long time. So
definitely.
adding it is nice, in my opinion. And I'm looking forward to what people, like in what unexpected ways people will use it.
It's worth adding as well that, so you have the, all the main letters, English, and then you have numbers 0 to 9, and you also have there's a colon, a full stop, there's a exclamation mark, and some more. So you can see all the ones in this little video here. So yeah, so you can make all sorts, definitely exciting stuff.
Yeah. Then we have the automatic weather system, and so the full description is in the link in the blog post. And so I will open it up. It was made by Jakaria, so
exactly.
Him. I think this is a great job, and also like nice collaboration, between us. And so there is fog, there is sandstorms, there is snow, rain, thunderstorms, and what else?
The thunderstorms. The thunderstorms can actually damage grids as well. So.
Yeah. Like this is actually interesting that all these different weather conditions have different effects. For example, on wind, like how much the wind energy you can generate, or on the sun or solar energy, and if they can damage you, that's and also the visibility, like the visual things. So I think this is very nice addition to the game.
But yeah, big shout out again to Jakarian Studios, and awesome work to work with them there.
Yeah, thank you very much. And then we have LCD rotate image function. It's like, I guess for some people it will be small, nice, nice to have addition. Then there are new LCD posters, some new images.
I love these, so great.
They are nice, basically to make your ships look more alive, kind of like cyberpunkish and so on. And by the way, that's the main theme of this update, was this cyberpunk theme. We called it Sparks of the Future, and but actually the original kind of unofficial name for this update was Cyberpunk. So the whole update goes in this, some cyberpunk style with its colors and music. Actually, the tracks have kind of like cyberpunk synth kind of music. So that's another thing. And then there is the Sparks of the Future station, which is a station made by our designers to basically showcase the new blocks and new possibilities that you have in the game. And it's free, so anybody, even people who don't own any DLC, can experience this station. But of course, only people who own the new blocks can build with the new blocks. But anybody can experience this new station, so please enjoy that one. And there are actually two versions. One that will run on any kind of hardware is in the game. The other one, which is more enhanced, contains some new areas that are like more performance demanding, are available on the workshop, and the link is in the blog post. So you can also check that other more complex version if you have good hardware. And I guess many people will have.
Yeah, if you have like a system, from the last couple of years, like a kind of decent system, it should be fine. I mean, the trailer was made in 4K and stuff, so it can, on really good systems it can be just fine. I also wanted to add to that point, Marek, that one of our designers in the chat says a reminder that LCD rotation works as scripts as well, so you can do some pretty fun stuff with that utility using scripts and stuff. So you have to imagine what the scripters can come up with by using this new function. So that's also a little added addition to that. So now we move on to the premium part of the update.
Yeah. So as with all latest updates, we are also adding something that is premium paid in order to support the further development of space engineers. And I think some people think it's good, some people kind of don't like this approach, but I think it's kind of minority. And again, the idea is that if you want to be developing space engineers for many years, there needs to be some kind of revenue stream or something like this. And we are financially doing very well, so it's not like we need the money, but any more money means we can hire more people, have some more safe bet and all these things. So if you want, you can buy also the pack. And what it contains is Sci-Fi LCD panels that are much bigger, than the usual ones. And
I can say the size if you want, Marek. There's a 5x5, there's a 3x5, and a 3x3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's nice and kind of cyberpunkish. That's the kind of goes with the theme. Then I think very cool thing are these neon tubes with many different shapes or types.
There's 7 or 8 variants.
Many of them. So you can use them, and to decorate, or if you really are into cyberpunk stuff, you can decorate even more. I think it's nice and just enriching the visual decorative part in Space Engineers. And they look really nice in the trailer.
Really nice, yeah.
Animated GIFs and everything. Then there are some new ion thrusters, that are more sci-fi and cyberpunkish than our standard thrusters that we have in the game, so we can enjoy those. Then we have new atmospheric thrusters, again, a little bit more different style.
They're all the same size though as well, Marek. That's a good point. They're the same size as the vanilla, the standard thrusters. The only difference is visual, and the flames are different actually. You'll notice the flames of the Sci-Fi thrusters are kind of more pointy and slightly different color, I think.
Yeah.
For small and large grid.
I love that red ship that you can see in the animated GIF.
Yeah, but
it just feels like very space engineering.
You got it looks very it's quite detailed actually.
Yeah. And it has this engineering feel, it wasn't designed to be super aesthetical. It was kind of designed to be practical, that kind of vibe is it. It's very nice. I was actually very happy when I saw it for the first time. So then we have the new Sci-Fi interior wall, unlike the usual interior wall that probably hasn't been changed since the beginning of the game, except maybe we made it a little bit more high poly or polished, but the shape and stuff didn't change. So this one is really different, and again, you can enjoy. Then there is the bar for decorating stuff, so you can enjoy that one. New control panel, that looks different. New button panel, again, something different, something new, maybe simplified if you want. 4-button panel, again, something new that you can use.
That has LCDs as well, which is quite cool.
Yeah. Then
a second sliding door.
Yeah, and this one looks very nice. So let's see it again.
Yeah, this is sorry. Well, not a second sliding door. Not just one, but 2 small grid doors actually. So for the small grid door lovers out there.
Yeah, and they're just nice. I think very nice. Cannot stop watching them. Then there are some armor skins, that are again more cyberpunkish, more sci-fi, and one of them is, or two of them is with this neon, like kind of effect. So Joel, maybe you can correct me, but I think they are colorable, and even maybe you can tweak the kind of like the emissivity of it.
Yeah, so that's why there's two. So the two neon armor skins, it's shown in this video. The top neon one is basically the emissives aren't colorable. The emissives are just like plain white, light emissive. And then you change the color of the armor, so like red, green, whatever you want. The second variant of the armor skin is where you, the color of it is kind of like this black color, and you're changing the color of the emissive itself. But you'll see here, each blocks has some really, really crazy ways that it maps against them here. Like this here, for example, that is, I think, just a standard interior block, but it makes this crazy kind of whole effect. So it doesn't apply this effect to every single block. It's kind of different. So it enables to have some really fun looking stuff. And I've saw the CDG members, someone sent me a mech, and they had like a mech and a mech arm. And with this sci-fi skin, it looks really cool because it kind of looks like, rather than just being plain armor, it looks like a kind of armor, but it's got like all these cables almost, not really cables, but it looks like it. So you can be really, really, really creative with these new neon armor skins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And last thing in the premium pack is new emotes, and 8 of them, and just basically some kind of fun. Or if you are creating videos in Space Engineers, you will have few more animations to use from and make your areas a little bit more alive.
The dance ones are great. The new dance moves, I feel like, because right now, like our probably most popular emote is the dance one, and the new dances are like the next level. They're super. I think it's even longer. It plays out longer, and they're super fun actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That's from the premium pack, and so what's next? We are continuing working on the next update for Space Engineers. It will come in like the usual period after this one. In the meanwhile, there will be the Multiplier Optimizations, kind of minor major update. I think it will be major in its impact. So that will come also like before some bigger update. And then we are also working on the Xbox updates and optimizations and improvements and everything. And the biggest one, in my opinion, will be dedicated servers. So that's regarding the future. And again, many thanks to the modding community. You can see in the blog post, you can see the list of people who contributed. So again, thank you guys very much. And one of the last things from me is that in the blog post, you can also see a link to King Software House careers page, where you can see the positions that we are looking for. And so like, it doesn't mean that we don't have enough people, but we are always looking for more talented people who can join our team. Programmers, game designers, UI, UX designers, level designers, character animators, 3D artists, and so on and so on. So, or maybe even something else that is not in the list. Please send us your CV, or maybe tell your friend, that we are looking for people like this. So I think that's all from the blog post for today, Joe.
That is all from today, I think, yes. But there we go. And you guys can, if you want to read that back over again your own time, check out the cool GIFs and stuff. I'm sure that the mods will link that in chat once again in both the YouTube and the Twitch chat. Chat has been flying today. It's great to see the excitement in chat. Actually, maybe we'll ask at this point, put a little 07 in the chat if you have already picked up the Sparks the Future pack. I'm curious how many of you guys have decided to get that. I'm also hearing some reports, Marek, that the game hasn't updated yet on Steam. The release hasn't gone live, so people can't quite access it right now, I think. That's something that's coming through. Whoa, there's a lot of 07s. Woo! And there's, I think it's really, yeah, let's see here. Fantastic. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. That's fantastic stuff. I mean, really, really hope that you enjoy all this new content. As I said, like, even in this, like, some of these features are kind of like, they're kind of, in this compact form, but really the weather, again, we come back down to it. There's so many features within that feature And this, obviously the GIF here is showing the sandstorm, but there's rain, there's snow, there's lightning. All of this will happen while you're playing. So we're going to jump into the game a little bit and try and show some of this stuff off. But there really is a lot to break down, actually. It was overwhelming in some ways, trying to fit it all into a trailer this time. It was why the trailer was a little bit longer this time, because it was impossible to try and show all of this awesome stuff. But so big shout out to the whole team. It's been a really great effort, I think. Everything from the designers to the art to the testers, they've been working really hard on this. So thank you, team. See here, I've got some messages being sent, just making sure the... Yeah, okay, so the Steam Workshop station will be showing an error because it's not going to work on the branch right now because the game hasn't updated yet. So if you're subscribing to the station edition, the extended edition, you won't be able to load that until the game updates, because I think all you guys are still on 1.194. So I don't know if we have any of our programmers in the chat to kind of give an update on what's happening. Maybe there's some issue with Steam. I don't quite know, but apologies for that, guys. Just bear with us. We definitely will be figuring out what's going on there. And I can imagine you're dying to jump in, but yeah, something's going on. If someone can message me on Discord to give me an update rather than chat, I'm not sure, so we can make an announcement here. Marek, this is probably a really hard question, but do you have a favorite part of this update? Because I couldn't give you the answer honestly to that question because there's too much stuff. But do you personally have a preference, maybe?
I would start maybe. I would say two things that are equal: the hinge and the weather.
The hinge and the weather.
So that would be like top one, and then after that the letters. For some reason they just, I don't know, like I would be just like putting some names and words and things like that on a ship, and it feels like some kind of quick satisfaction thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and let me check the blog post again so I don't forget. But I will just quickly look on it and get my feel.
Okay. Also, Marek, I thought apparently there's the wrong link for the correct workshop link is in the YouTube video description. Raven Q, our moderator, sent me the wrong one, so I believe somewhere it's out of date, which is unfortunate. So let me just send our gut. Let me just see here where the latest one is. Yeah, there it is. The latest one, there it is in chat. So I'll send that back to Raven. Okay, so the blog has an out-of-date link for the workshop. I had to re-upload it many times, so I was figuring out some issues. So if we get the blog updated, guys, at some point, it'll be fantastic. But you can find if you go to the Steam Workshop, you should be able to find it on there relatively easy. I think it's live. Is it live now? Is it good? Check that.
And then all the other new blogs are also my favorite. Like, for example, when I watch the thrusters, they are beautiful. The new station that the guys have created is also very nice, and like showcasing the blocks and this update in a very nice light. So that is good. There are many good things. I think it's a great update.
Yeah, I've as a player, I've just been just so dying to jump into this. So we're going to load the game up right now, and we're going to look at this new station, and the new station has it all there. So we'll be able to, while we kind of sit here playing, we'll be able to talk about a bit more stuff. But yeah, it's great to have so many of you guys here, and great to see the hype in the chat. Just another kind of heads up for the rest of the stream. We're going to have later on the leader of this project. Natik, and he was also our lead artist, and you can tell this is a kind of artisty update, I guess, if you see what I mean. A lot of passion from the art team. And then afterwards we're going to have Kianata, our community manager. So I have seen a lot of questions already. Please hold your questions for a second, guys, because we're kind of trying to get all the stuff going, but we're going to get to your questions in just a little bit when we get the Kianata on, and we really want to get to every question possible. Okay, so here we are in the game.
Joel, I think we can let Natik join now.
Okay, sure, we can do that. Well, thank you so much, Marek. Thank you so much for joining us here for this very exciting release.
Yeah, thank you for hosting this live stream. Again, thanks everyone who contributed to this update. All the developers and the producer Natik and the modders, and you, Joel, for the trailer, and yeah, everybody. So thank you again, and bye bye.
Bye, Marek. Okay, guys. Woo! The emotions this week, it's been such a weird week. I've been full of, I've been playing with this stuff for so long. I'm losing my mind right now. I just can't wait to actually play with all this new stuff myself. So let's have a look at see what Natik is. Right, and there's Natik. Oh, fantastic, there's Natik. Okay, gotcha. And admit Natik into the room. Good old Zoom. There he is. Can we hear you, Natik? Testing.
Hey guys.
Boom, there he is.
Hey.
We see and hear you, man. So, Natik, how do you feel? It's been months in the making, and how does it feel to see all those beautiful blocks out there in the wild now?
Well, it's completely fantastic. So we're very excited about what our players will experience. Because we always kind of wanted to explore this beautiful genre. By the way, do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just good. Just sounds fantastic, Natik.
Great. Yeah, so we were very excited actually to work on this one. Because let me actually open one secret for you. Whenever an artist doesn't have any particular task on him, he most probably will be working on something sci-fi. This is like 99%. So in this regard, these 3 months were like a dream job for us, really. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity. And I thank Mark for this opportunity, for letting us to express ourselves in this beautiful work. Hopefully,
it's very different visually, isn't it, Natik, to anything?
Oh yes.
The thing is, what's interesting about it is like the whole the trailer, everything. It kind of, and where you can see it, like it's very visually different, but it still kind of works. It fits in to the existing stuff, but it's like a whole new world in a way. So it's awesome stuff here. And but just before we, I'm just going to quickly show the guys. So when you first join the game, guys, you'll see the Sparks of Future station at the top, and this is the official certified one by our guys. And once you subscribe to the extended edition, you'll see it down here at the bottom of the list as Sotoff extended edition down here. And we're going to play on this one because it's got all the stuff from the trailer. So just a little heads up if you want to find the areas from the trailer that you saw. So you need to go to Steam and subscribe to that version. But go ahead, Natik. That was all. I'm just going to load this in the background.
Yeah. So this extended version is, well, you will see it, guys. It's really huge one. It has so many cool facilities to experience, to actually to walk and do some stuff with your friends there. And it looks just, in my opinion, it looks just great. Yeah, like you really should see it, definitely. Well, actually, I can say that every block that you will see in the free update section and in the DLC update, in the DLC section, every block has the huge imprint of our love and passion to sci-fi genre in general. Let me put it this way. Because we really love this. We really love this kind of doing this kind of stuff, and it was a big pleasure to work on the designs. And actually, it's funny. We started to work on that. Actually, we started to think about something sci-fi, coming up with something sci-fi about a couple of years ago, actually. And it all started with just a couple of big LCD screens, which would have this, sci-fi, cyberpunkish vibes into them. So it all actually started with just a few LCD panels, basically, and then we just started to interchange ideas. We started to iterate over some particular ideas, and then all of a sudden we ended up with a bunch of really cool-looking stuff, hopefully. That's really cool. I really can't wait to see what people will be doing with this. What kind of designs will they make? What kind of spaceships? What kind of stations, platforms, like settings, environments? That just opens a huge opportunity. Just I think it will just open the great potential.
Oh, I'm smiling just right now looking at this. It's so nice to actually look at this, and I'm seeing this in a different light now. We are waiting for the tram, Natik. Are you watching the stream as well? So here comes the tram,
Yes,
the subway system. Is it okay if I cry, Natik?
Of course. You should.
Oh man, I'm so yeah.
And by the way, I want to thank all of the guys that were working on this update and DLC. All of our great art team. I think they did really great job. We had a chance to have really cool and talented artists on board. Since the beginning of this year, we were lucky to get a couple of really talented artists, and that actually shows. I hope this shows in this update. So it was a really pleasure to work with them. I thank you all, guys. I think you did a really good job. Yeah,
fantastic. I mean, they really outdid themselves in many ways. They continue to just push the limits of what is really possible. It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And exactly as you said, only the weather could be the theme of just update.
Yeah.
But
just
in my opinion, only the neon armor skins and just the sci-fi armor skin. So these three skins would make a very good update already.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw the neon armor skin, I was amazed. Like, imagine all the opportunities it will open.
And Natik, just showing you, this is the central station, and you have a blue line which runs underneath, and we're gonna basically cross over here, and the blue line goes to the blue two goes to Hotel Argonne and the casino. Then here comes the red line, which takes you to engineering or to the welcome center. So you've got a multi-tram. Of course, the classic red v blue color ambiance, as you might have heard in the trailer there. So
yes.
Yeah, how did you guys find the voiceover? It wasn't too cringe, was it? It's always hard with the voiceover, trying to get it right, the right balance. So here we go. We're actually going to go to the main area here, cross over the overpass here, and now we're going to enter the main lobby.
And actually, what's cool about this neon armor skin is that it's not only just this armor skin, but when you're applying it to any standard block, like even vanilla one, if you apply it to it, all the decals are becoming emissive. And so all these nice decal details, they shine, they emit light.
I can show it here.
Which is completely fantastic.
Here we go. And also, like, every block has a slightly different effect. Like, you might be wondering, what block is this? This is just the stand. I don't know what this is actually, but because this is the neon, this is the sci-fi, the neon armor skin. But because of this particular block, it has this really interesting effect. And then again, this combined with the stone, another kind of interesting look here, which you can create with that. So the neon armor skin is super powerful for all the vanilla existing blocks. Like, I don't know, let me find out what this is, for example. Like, Natik, this surprised me so much. What is this? So this is the interior wall. So this is the top or the bottom of the interior wall, the vanilla one, and it creates this cool looking thing which you can now use.
Yeah, this is the new. This one is the old one. The one that you're
the
looking
old one.
at
Yeah,
is the old one. Yeah. So as you can see, even the old blocks can look amazing with this new skin.
And with the new one, let me get it out here because I mean, Natik, this is so much to go through in this. But I'm excited. But what I was going to say is with the interior wall, this was a really cool. This actually came about. The idea about this came about I think it was some time ago now. But what's so cool about it is every side of it is different. So if I put it down here, hold on, I can't put it down. Oh wait, I need to activate because there's actually some little scenarios and scripts and drones, and you can get put in prison. And there's some little things to explore on the station, guys. So that's why it's in survival. So every side of this block is different. So you can use this to do all kinds of combinations. There's that side, I mean, actually, let me color it here so you can see a bit better, like where the different things are being. And this is obviously just normal armor, but you could use the neon. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, so that's, I've actually rotated it here. That's like the roof, the top of one of it, kind of plain, simple. Here you have like, you know, some emissives. Let me turn on the light. Here you've got like some double emissives. On this side, you've got that. See on this side. Okay, I need to put more blocks down. It's kind of hard to find slots. There we go. Another side, we've kind of got this with the handle. Similar to that side, but that one's like a full one.
It looks fantastic. It looks fantastic.
And then here, we got like some kind of ports and so on like that. So you can really orientate these in any way to get what you want to have. Let me actually put down, I'll go ahead and put the neon colorable lights on this and we can see what happens when we make one of these. There we go, look at that. So there's kind of like this hex pattern across it, but all those certain parts light up with the green that I've selected there. So again, completely transform a look at that block from like standard coloring to that. But yeah,
just have a look at that. This is so beautiful.
The artistic potential with this is nuts. And the artists had an absolute party making this station and utilizing all of these features.
Absolutely. We had the real fun, like when we were working on this stuff, really.
So here we go. We're gonna enter now the main. There's an airlock because this is all pressurized in here. So now we can come in. We've got the Space Engineers Museum. We've got a little fish tank here. Clever effects by the designers. Oh, there's even a little... So yeah, we've got the kind of decorative tank there. Here's the Red Beaver. You've got Cosmic Cuisine. We've got all here. And you can see so many examples. So here's the standard armor using the colorable emissives. Around the outside of the room, we have this new Sci-Fi interior wall, but on the kind of... This is actually one of the roof sides, actually, but kind of not, because you can orientate it in whichever way you see fit. And if you come down here to one of the shops, here is that one there on its side, and it looks cool on its side as well. So for making some varied interiors now, you can completely change the the feel of a station here. So
yeah, this looks very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah.
And now I'm going to show off something really cool, an example of the hinge. So this might seem like, well, first off, the lighting's quite nice. But let me ride this and I'll show. So elevator, we'll hit it. And down we go. But what's this? We're moving diagonally down this thing. What is this madness? What is this? What is this? But wait. If you come down here, we can see our glorious hinge block hinged at an angle with a bunch of pistons to create what's never been able to be really... You could probably do it in some way, but a diagonal platform. So again, just another one of the many, many things you'll be able to do with the new system there. A hinge system. And actually, we've actually exited the station, one of the many exits as well. And, oh, let me just change the music in the Teak. It's gone very loud suddenly. There we go.
Okay.
Still quite loud. And if I get my spectator camera here, let me just show you the scale of this station, right? Because Natik mentioned it. So we are, right now, we're down here, down at this entrance, B2. Now we can take a rover, we can drive out, around. All of this asteroid has been kind of mined out. There's the subway system going across over the path. We can come up here with the rover. They've got SOTF security. You can carry on driving. Now up here, got some police. And if the police catch you, they will put you in prison, guys. So watch out for the police.
You really have to come close to the drone.
Yeah.
Let him catch you.
I think hopefully they're working okay. Because we were making sure the scripts were hopefully, yeah, they seem to be working. There we go. They're often patrolling there. So yeah, it's all connected. Now we're at engineering. So I'm just quickly flicking over some of the stuff, and I think Natik, we want to go through some pictures as well in a bit, right?
Yeah.
I have all those images. So I'll quickly just show a bit more. So this is the engineering sector, which you saw in the video. Amazing effects. We have the kind of reactor core, looking very funky there.
And by the way, I want to thank our designers, Joachim and Miko. I think they did really amazing job on this station.
Just Really, yeah. Our designers, Smoky and Joachim and Miko, or Aragath and Smoky, depending how you know them. They also completely outdid themselves this station. The amount of detail and passion put into this is absolutely unreal. And there's so much different vibes, because you have like this kind of area here, which is that kind of more industrial feeling. But then that comparing to the central area, which is all the neon and stuff, it's just so diverse. Come sneak down past the thing here, back at the central station. Let's come back to our character there. So that was just showing how this. We'll go back up the lift here, back up to the top, I think. That's not water. That is a safe zone. Again, very creative uses by our designers using the safe zone effect to create this kind of liquid
that's
type.
a very creative way of using it.
Yes,
that's fantastic. Just fantastic.
Here we are. It's such a satisfying feeling.
In the very beginning of the production, we've created a couple of documents regarding color style, color palette, and designers and artists. All of us, we were strictly following the rules that we've developed. So we were following these rules, what kind of colors to implement in this station, which mood to go for, actually. And I think it works out pretty well. This is a classic, this sci-fi cyberpunkish style here, atmosphere here. Yeah, and this is the place to have fun.
Yes, the Shrine of Clang.
Shrine of Clang. Holy Shrine of Clang.
Oh, man. Thank you, mods, there for doing that. So,
and by the way, I really hope that our community, our players will really appreciate ion thrusters.
Yes.
Ion and atmospheric thrusters, because now I'm especially proud. Well, I'm proud of any block, but those ones and a couple of others were made by a guy who came to us from automotive industry, and I really love how his vision of designs was transformed into something non-automotive, and still it's kind of automotive, and that's actually what I like about it. So he was able to breathe some automotive vibes into our blocks, which is completely crazy.
Awesome to have that stuff.
I want to thank you. So Radek, good stuff. And also I want to thank all of the guys who implemented implemented features, our programmer Libor, and all of our artists, Honza Golmix, Honza Trauschke, who else? Pavel, who did those great posters. So yeah, I think we all did great job on this DLC and update.
Tell you what, Natik, there's one more thing I want to do with this station, because I also want to show you guys the weather as well, because we'll do that in a little bit after you've done I'll tell you what I'll do is what we'll do is there's one more thing in this world I want to show you, then we're going to look at some pictures of Natik, and then we're going to go back down to the planet and show off the brand new thrusters and the hinge in action. So I wanted, again, I didn't know where to start, honestly, just to showcase stuff, but I want to take you to one last location in this. Perfect. Boom, just in time to catch the blue line. And we're going to now head to the casino and the shooting range and show you.
And by the way, there's a question: why no hydrogen ones? Why no hydrogen thrusters?
Yeah.
Well, because it's sparks of the future. So literally, we were not able to do everything. So we're not able to do everything at once.
Flames, it's like
in this.
Embers. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's actually, literally sparks of the future. So it's just kind of a hint of things that might come and hopefully will come in the future. So we're only scratched the very, very surface of this genre, of this wide, really cool area. So hopefully with the new majors, with the new updates, we will have some surprises for you.
All right then, so to finish off this showcase, again guys, I truly recommend you check out the Sparks the Future Extended Edition on the Steam Workshop, which is the version we're looking at right now. But it can be quite heavy in performance, so definitely, you'll better run it on any system, but definitely you'll want to have a better system if you want to have good frames. But I thoroughly recommend you to check it out because, yeah, there's so much love and passion went into this with the designers, and you can play on this for hours with friends. There's so many little secrets, hiding areas. There is some small kind of scripts and stuff running. Oh, let me get some weapons. Let me find I'll get the rapid fire one. That will give me the best score. I think the rapid fire's in these ones. No, that's the magazines. Here's the rapid fire. So once you've kitted up, entered the shooting range, you can safely walk through here. And again, you see this really cool... What is this block, Natik? I wonder you've got here. Yeah, the interior wall again. Creating this...
lockers.
Oh yeah, you're behind me. Sorry, yeah, I was talking about the that cool effect in the ground.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so you can choose if you want to go precise or like rapid fire. And once you're ready to get started, before I show this, I'll start it and then I'll show you later. No, let me show you first. Yeah. You hit start, get into one of the three stalls, and there's a counter.
Shoot some stuff, Joe. Oh.
My Pro MLG. I think it's how many shots you land on the target.
Shoot him in the eye.
I don't know if you get different scores, actually. I'm not sure about that. Out of ammo. 300! There we go. But this is like a competitive thing, so you can play up to three people, or teams, I guess. I guess you could probably... I don't know if it works with teams or the script. Maybe... I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether the script works on who's standing in this block space, or if it's like per player. But ideally, it's up to 3 people, 3 boos, and you'll be kind of who can shoot them the quickest. And if I come out to this range... Oh, this is another area. This is a brilliant example showing how you can go from large grid hinge to small grid block, because like with rotors, you can pop off the hinge head, and then you can replace it with a small hinge head, and then you can like convert from large grid to small grid. So you see exactly how these targets are working here. Oh, maybe I need to start again there, I think, probably. Hit start again. So when we hit start, it's gonna work. There we go, and they all pop out. So these ones here, this one's on a rotor, it's a bit more hard to hit. Here you've got another, and they're all on these kind of hinge targets to make it that much more competitive. So,
yes. Yeah, but that's indeed very good usage of this block. That's fantastic.
And I think, Natik, again, you really love this room, right? This like the new blocks and the new skins. Like it was in a lot of the promotional materials.
That's
like
definitely one of my favorite. That's definitely one of my favorite areas in the whole station. Where when I first saw it, well, every time we're releasing the new update, I'm kind of choosing the right place to choose it for the splash screen. And it should be, of course, it should be flashy, it should be impactful. And with this one, with this station, Sparks of the Future station, without any doubt, it was this one.
Yeah.
So it had this really cool looking style in it, really sci-fi-ish, all these neons going.
This is definitely one of the nicest areas of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth pointing out.
Just crazy stuff.
I mean, for those of the people who are on the lower end systems, and just the vanilla, the official scenario which is supported does contain this, so don't worry about that. So just to quickly go over the overview, each of the station basically has a central area, and then in this edition has 4 struts. So this is the arrivals, which is in the official world. This is also in the official world, which is a kind of casino and shooting range. The ones that are not included, and you have to play on the workshop, although it is where it contains the engineering section with all that kind of safe zone water, and also the Hotel Aragon as well. So you can, where is our jacuzzi? Where is it? Should have find it there. No, it should be. Unless they take it out. No, I haven't found it yet. Where is that? Oh, other side. No, there it is. There's your. Relax after that long journey. So there we go. So really, really cool work from the guys. And I think with that, Natik, I'll leave the rest of the station for you guys to discover by yourselves.
Exactly.
There's also the point that there's a shuttle, and if you go to arrivals, you can activate it, and the shuttle will start moving automatically around the station. So rather than take the subway system, you can actually move around the different outposts using the shuttle as well. So that's another good point to note out about it. Where's my favorite disco? It should be in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. This is the big disco. Oh, let me show you some moves as well. Because these new dance, there's so many new emotes. We've got, and who was in charge of the emotes as well? Do we go do a shout out for the emote makers, Natik?
Well, it's a collaborative thing. Let me put it this way. It wasn't done by just one guy. We had a few guys working on them, and I think it looks pretty cool indeed.
Oh man, I love these so much. Then we've got two. Is that two?
Yeah.
No, that's one. Hold on, we want two. Oh, I've broken it because I've done two at the same time. Got charge, just do two. We've got look around. We've got point. No, that's we got stretching or praise
Come
claim.
here, baby.
Come here. There we go. Right, let's let him recover there, and we can show some of these off. Is that? I want the 3 one. Is that 3? There. No, I want. This is the one I want.
There should be 8. There should be 8 of them.
Playing them all in order here. There we go. It's cleared off now. There we are. Damn. So that's one of them. So we got charge as well.
And in the future, we hope to also use the mocap systems for that kind of stuff.
The mocap, yeah.
Yeah, the mocap for this will open completely new opportunities also.
It was great using
So basically, we will all be dancing ourselves. Okay, let me put it this way.
I trust, Natik, you have some of the best moves, right?
Oh yes.
You got some quicker ones as well, like whatever. And then
That's actually, that's strange, but that's actually one of my favorites.
no, it is nice. It's simple. It's just
whatever.
like it's quite.
Just okay, guys, just whatever.
Finally, there we go. I think I showed all of them.
Yeah,
there,
nice.
All right, guys. So, like I just said, we'll leave the rest of the stuff for you guys to check out yourself. And we're now going to get up some images from Natik he sent me. And Natik, do you know which ones we want?
quickly go through.
Okay, great. And let me do it like where I have them up already here. Do you want to go through the premium folder first or the free folder?
Well, it actually doesn't matter. We can start with the free one. That's okay. That's fine.
Oh, there's a lot though. There's let's go through.
Just quickly go through them really, because people will be
definitely. No, let's see here.
Them.
Well, let's show off the weather. You guys want to see weather, right?
Yes.
We haven't shown that on stream, and we must. There's so much to it. It's like where do we even start? But here we go. We're starting right now with. Nope. I need to move it up there. This is the alien fog light. Oh, look at that, guys. That completely changes the vibe of an alien planet. And I forget.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the mood, overall mood of it. The atmosphere, all the misty lights and stuff like that. So that's really crazy.
Do you mind if I go through some of the points of weather right now? Like the
yeah, of course.
Okay,
of course.
So I've got a list here from one of my designers who implemented this, Aragaf. So let me go through this whole list here. So listen in, guys. Here we go. Weather is determined by voxel type, which can be different on each planet. So you can expect snow on snowy areas, sandstorms in deserts, but this can differ on every planet. Weather slightly affects grass and tree animations, so you might see it blowing a bit more. Weather can affect temperature, wind speed of turbines, output of solar panels and oxygen farms, and even oxygen levels. Some weather types can spawn lightning, and that can hit the player and grids alike. Intensity of the lighting depends on weather types. When hitting a grid, lightning will prefer antennas and decoys, so there must be like a higher chance of hitting antennas, which makes kind of sense actually. Every planet has unique weather settings. Mars, for example, has much longer sandstorms than Earth, but also longer durations of clear weather. Weather has durations and spawn times that are randomized with a min and max duration timing. Point 7. Weather is not automatically applied on modded planets, but can easily be done so. And I have heard from some of our CTG members that the modding potential of weather is massive now. So I'm excited to see what our modders do with that. Weather can be disabled in the world settings, advanced world settings. So if you don't want the weather for whatever reason, you can disable it. Weather can be tested and controlled in the admin menu. Though note that depending on which settings you use, the gradual buildup might be missing. So yeah, you can basically spawn weather in like any way now using the admin. I'll show you that in a bit. Final 2 points. Weather will gradually grow and decrease when spawned normally. And finally, there is a new script available for LCDs that will tell you the weather. And I'll also show you that later. There's a brand new script that's in the game, and it will say like weather, heavy sandstorm or something like that. So I'll show you guys that in a bit. But coming back now to some of the other images that we have from Natik. This is the alien fog light.
Yep.
Here we have the Mars storm light, and I think in the trailer I used a heavy storm. So even the light storm is quite intense.
Yeah, quite dense, I would say, which is cool actually. Yeah, I love it.
This looks awesome though, man. I haven't actually seen these screenshots yet. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
It completely changes the vibe, and suddenly I feel immersed, like almost looking at this. It's hard to like put into words, but rather than having clear blue skies, like this completely changes like how you kind of feel when you're there, like mining your rock and processing all that stuff. So
yeah, this is very, very cool looking indeed. This is very atmospheric and stylish, you know.
And yeah, Aragav says the pictures don't do the weather justice in some ways. There's a lot more movement. It's true. Like you'll see, it's not just like a static filter on the screen.
Yes, definitely. You have to watch it in action.
Yeah, because obviously the wind,
without any doubt,
the grass will be swaying. You kind of blow. I don't want to use the word volumetric, but you see like different kind of like waves of like things hitting you suddenly and stuff. So it does look. We'll show you guys in a little bit here. So this is the sandstorm light on the Earth, like I think probably.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. This is another module here made by Bruce Lee with the new sliding DLC doors. Now we have Snowlight, and of course you guys will have seen some snow in Frostbite release, but actually all the weather effects have been looked over by our art team. And can you say anything about the art side of like redoing the weather effects, Natik?
Well, we actually just the actual particles. We touched them a little bit. We didn't add too much to them, I will be honest. But yeah, we just basically polished. So this weather overhaul is more on the functionality side, of course.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Visually, but of course, visually it was also polished, quite brutally, I would say. Yeah.
And this final one here is the thunderstorm heavy as well on the Earth Lake. So this is the final one. Some rain there. So this is just a little preview of that. But yeah, we're going to jump in just a little bit here after this. So now we have the Hinge Showcase. And I think some of these hinges, it's not, we've actually seen these just now actually. So this is in the shooting range. Hold on here. This is another big images here, Natik, high quality images. This is another use of hinges that you saw in the trailer, just for decorative purposes even. This is what the hinge looks like without the part in it. And now you can kind of see no part. This is the small grid part, and this is the large grid part. So this is kind of demonstrating how the different parts fit in here.
And notice, guys, how the neon armor skin looks cool on this one. So as you can see, those decals are starting to emit light when this neon skin is being applied. This is so cool. So basically you can turn any block, any vanilla block actually, to a sci-fi block with this neon armor skin, which is so cool.
And then what other hinges? We got some mechanical stuff. Here we go. We've got like a digger here.
Yep.
By Smoky with the 1x1 small grid hinge, which fits beautifully. And it's a big deal because it's actually a conveyored thing. So obviously with rotors, you can't conveyor one by one. But with this, the hinges, you can actually conveyor now and have this kind of animated parts that are also conveyed up. So it's really nice stuff here. That's on a thing. And final, again, showing it in use in the shooting range here. So
yeah, that's just fantastic. Everything in this setting and in this structure itself, in this mechanism, it's just perfect. It's just so cool.
Someone in chat says, "The age of hinges has begun." I know the workshop is going to explode with stuff with these hinges now. It's going to be nuts. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Yeah, the hinges were really a long requested feature, so we're really happy to implement it finally.
Yeah, sorry for rushing you a bit in here, Tika. Just we've got so many pictures to get through. Do you want to go through the Spark station, or should we leave that out because we kind of just? What do you think?
Yeah, we've probably seen it a lot.
Okay,
so
yeah.
You can
but there are nice pictures. We should
stuff
post these pictures somewhere, Natik, because they're really nice pictures
yes,
taken.
absolutely. Yeah.
So here is the free small grid door, which you saw in the trailer on Bruce's ship. Kind of more traditional. It's actually quite similar to one of the existing doors. This isn't in a module there. That's it kind of together. And the subparts do move into this correct point. And yeah, big shout out to Digi as well. Yeah, sorry. I mean, we did put it in the blog post, but big shout out to Digi. It's been great collaborating with modders on a bunch of things because, you know, when they've been working on it themselves some time, they have, you know, what's the word? Like unmatched knowledge in that part sometimes. So it really is great to work with that. So yeah, big love to Digi. Thank you so much, man, for your continued efforts in the community. It's fantastic.
Yeah, Digi, thanks a lot, man.
Right, now we got the 3D letters.
Yeah, letters are also there.
Look at that
large
gold.
grid and small grid.
Oh yes, we could say that. Yeah, and they're all for small grid too. Yeah. That's
small
also
grid
very
and
nice.
large grid.
So these images are big. These are some good wallpapers here. We honestly need to see, because we don't do that. I think I feel like we should make some really good place to put all these pictures that we make for updates and put them in some folder online for the grab, because
definitely
these are all screensavers in my mind, you know?
Yes, we have it in plans, yeah.
Okay, so this is in the station here. That's the Sparks of the Future sign. There we are. So that's all the images from the free part of the update. Now we're going to have a quick flick through of the premium stuff. And luckily, the premium stuff is all in one folder, so it should be a bit quicker flicking through. Here we go.
Yeah.
Brand new atmospheric thrusters.
So it starts with my favorite atmospheric thrusters, yeah.
And you'll notice the blades, it kind of got black blades here. It's got some kind of piping, and the nozzles at the end are also a bit more, I don't know, aggressive, but they're a bit more detailed, we'll say.
Yeah, that's in my opinion just outstanding design work. So yeah, I just love it. We had a few iterations. We worked a lot on these ones. We're on the ion thrusters and on the atmospheric ones, and I'm really happy how it all, what we actually came up with in the end. So really, guys, I love you. You did a really good job.
Also, guys, I still see lots of questions in the chat, and I say, don't worry, we're going to get in a little bit later on. We're going to have our community manager join me here, and we're going to answer any questions that you guys still have. Hopefully, we are answering your questions as we're going along here, or you're finding it through the blog post. But we will be taking questions a little bit later here. We're trying to get through all this content here. So just flicking through, the next image is the end screen, which you've already saw. It kind of summarizes, but it's a very nice end screen. Maybe by our team. Summarizes all the stuff there. So now we've got some of the more photos. So some of this stuff is the station, which you've seen. So I'll flick through some of the ones. There we go. This is the, what was the name of this bar?
Unfortunately, I don't see it in real time.
I know. So you got your delay.
You just have to describe it to me.
I'm trying to remember the name of the bar. Your Aragaf will tell me what it's called again.
What is it? Bar counter?
Yeah, it's the bar counter. It's kind of it's the bar. I'm trying to remember the Dead End Club. That's it. It's a Dead End Club. I remember now.
Dead End Club. Let me see.
But that's just the name of the place in the map, if you know what I mean, Natik. So we've got some more areas utilizing the new Sci-Fi skin. I also want to get some images of some of the stuff that our CTG have been making with this, because I know Bruce made this awesome mech. It's this awesome mech that has hinges and has this new neon armor skin on the arm, and it properly looks like there's a weapon on the end, and it's like it's all connected up. So yeah, I'm still lost for words about the potential of some of this stuff. I've already seen it in action. It's going to be nuts. So flicking through more.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
Your other favorite, Natik, the brand new iron thrusters and their glorious flames.
Yeah. I was dreaming actually about modifying the thruster flame at some point. So, and finally I have it. That's so cool.
Oh, sorry. Oh, whoa. That's what a picture is that. Oh my goodness. And because they're the same size as the standard thrusters, you can swap them out quite easily. And this red ship here is also utilizing the Sci-Fi armor skin, which kind of gives it a bit more of a detail. It kind of adds some more detail and greebling to the actual armor itself. So you can kind of see that in action. But a lot of these new armor skins will work beautifully, not necessarily across the whole grid, but in certain parts. So in combination with the other skins. And you'll see that in use in the station. It's a great picture there, Natik.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a close-up of these thrusters. And this time on the left, you can see the Sci-Fi armor skin. No, sorry, the neon armor skin applied to these new thrusters, and for the ultimate sci-fi feel.
Yeah. You know, actually, when I was preparing the store page for the DLC, I was kind of saying to myself, okay, Natik, don't go over 10, 12 screenshots. Like the maximum is the like 15 or not 15, but 12. I said to myself 12 is the maximum. But when I started to look through those nice images, I just couldn't stop, you know, and I just thrown most of them there.
Here's that ship.
Because they all look so cool, indeed.
And here's that ship from Bruce again, from the trailer. Again, I can't say thanks enough to Bruce. He's always coming up with some fantastic stuff. And when he heard there was Hinges, he was like, oh, I'll make you a ship for the I'll make the ship. So there we go.
It looks cool.
This is the new sliding door, Natik, the DLC sliding door.
Yes.
And again, you can see how nice some of the really cool how they've integrated. This is actually the shuttle, I think, from the camp. This is from the Sparks of the Future. I think Aragath or Smoky.
From the station, yeah.
I don't know.
You can jump into it and it will take you to some beautiful place on the station.
Here we've got this is showing LCD rotation. So the new posters come in 3 different sizes. Like we have like the square ones. We have H and V. We basically have them in horizontal formats and vertical formats.
Vertical.
So obviously here it looks good at the vertical one, because otherwise you know to avoid this kind of squashing and so on. So now you can use the correct one whenever the right ones you have. So it's all in game. Everything.
Yeah, I think this is a very simple feature. It seems to be quite minor, but implementation of it wasn't that easy actually. So I really hope, guys, that you will appreciate.
I'm gonna put the. I can't decide whether to obscure the screenshots, Natik. I can't decide whether to go full screen with them because me and you are blocking them out in the corner a little bit.
That's fine.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. And again, guys, you can watch all of these screenshots on the store page. So if you miss something here, no worries. You can watch them on the store page, on the DLC store page.
Okay, flicking through some more. We've got the neon armor skin in action. And look at this, again, the same skin, but with a certain block, you get this much longer pattern. So again, showing how you can take some of the... Do you know what block that is, Natik? Because I don't know what these are. Like we saw how the interior wall, the old interior walls had this cool effect, but we have this super long lines, but the guys will have to tell me what this is. I'm waiting to see what Smoky...
I don't know, maybe Joachim will be more...
It looks like maybe
informative in this regard.
Heavy armor. Okay. So the light armor has this kind of one here that you see.
Yeah.
Which is kind of small lines, and the heavy armor has these big blocky chunks of neon. That's interesting to note, and definitely when it comes to adding some kind of effects and certain detailing. There you go. That's fantastic. So heavy armor, guys.
It's so cool. Yeah, fantastic stuff.
This is in the let me put the music up a bit here. Keep the music. Oh, I also want to show the music isn't ready yet, guys. I said at the start of the stream there's some new music, and we have got some new music, but it's not in game yet. Is that correct, Antique?
Yes, it's not in game yet, but it will be very soon.
I actually want to play it right now.
It will be there. No worries.
I'm going to play it right now, Antique, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is absolutely fantastic. Now, where did you send it to me here? I'm sure I'm not doing this. Music. Oh, Natik. Why did you send it to me? Because the new one for the trailer is fantastic. There's I don't know.
If you want, I can send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me right now, man. That'd be fantastic. We'll just play it in the background while we're looking at these images here. And after that, we're going to get into the game again. Like I said, I'm just like, this has definitely been the most stuff to cover in a while. It feels like, at least. Maybe,
yeah, for sure.
Maybe June. It's like when you said to me, "Hey Joel, can you try using this?" Was it? Why would it be in the June? I wonder if it was this version. June. It's gone very quiet.
So you can, yeah, you should have it now.
Whoa, that's a lot of them. All right, we'll play this then. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Which is the one that I use in the trailer? I think it's this 230 one, probably.
My favorite one is the futuristic engineers, Sparks of the Future.
This one. So it's playing now.
Mm-hmm.
And we can carry on with the pictures here while we go. Turn down a little bit so we can hear you. Right, so next image. More neon in use. More, you can see the effect, the kind of hexagon effect on the ramps. Oh wow, what's that block? I have to wait for the stream to catch up. But here you can see a nice combination with the gate. This is the Sci-Fi armor skin, looking a bit more complex, the piping and so on. Kind of making this look way more detailed now.
Well, the one on in the upper part, it's the Sci-Fi armor skin, actually. We didn't mention it much, but it's also an amazing one. This Sci-Fi armor skin, which you can see everywhere on this screenshot, Joe. Sci-Fi armor skin.
I keep getting mixed up, like
amazing.
neon, neon and sci-fi. Yeah, I think I meant sci-fi for this. This is the sci-fi, and I think this again is also heavy armor here. This like long stripe.
Yeah.
Here we have.
So Aragath will correct us if we're wrong.
Yes, he will. I'm sure of it. This is Hotel Argon with the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
We have the new 4-button panel, which also has LCD panels on the buttons.
Yeah, customizable LCDs. Yeah, that's the main feature actually of this block. You can customize it. You can write your own text there. So it's not only a button, but it's actually a visual representation. It has a visual representation of what this button is actually doing. That's what's making it so cool.
More of an action here. And again, you can see, like here, this is both the new interior wall, but different orientation. So you have like, this is on one side of it, and this is on the, I think 90 degrees rotated here. So again, making like corridors. This looks like totally, like I think every block in here is like, I mean, this is obviously not so, but most of the blocks in here are relatively new. But yeah, it's just great to be able to diversify corridors and rooms with like one block that can have so many, functionalities. So there we go.
Yeah, definitely. With this, with only one interior wall, the Sci-Fi one, you can make lots of variations. You can build pretty cool stuff with it.
Next up, Natik.
Really large walls and corridors and stuff like that.
I was just going to say about the music, man. We've got Lights of Argon.
Yes.
It's another track that's been made for this update.
Yes.
Bit more. Ooh. And the room we're looking at, Natik, is basically a room full of sci-fi armor now. Just to see what it looks like when you put everything.
It's for showcasing it. Yes, it's for showcasing sci-fi armor only. It looks fantastic. So, Jan Trauschke, great job, man.
These are the some of the little pods, again made by the Bruce of the Little E, and with the new sliding doors, and a nice mix of, you got some sci-fi armor in there, you got some rusted armor in there to kind of have this worn effect. Yeah, it's really nice kind of combination here. Woo, that's some nice colors. Damn, it's bold colors there. Oh. You won't see the weather effect inside buildings. If the buildings are pressurized, then you won't see the weather, I think. And you shouldn't, yeah, I believe not. Yeah, I didn't notice it when I was making videos. Another one of your favorites, they're all your favorites, aren't they, in some ways?
Well, like I said, all of those blocks have huge imprint of our heart, of our passion for the sci-fi genre.
And this is the interior block, the new interior block with the neon skin applied.
Yes, interior wall. And it looks just beautiful, in my opinion. So guys, you can see with only one block you can create really cool looking designs, really cool looking corridors, rooms, and stuff like that. It's just amazing. Really cool stuff.
That was one of the videos, pictures in the trailer, and I think this is all small grid. This is basically all small grid sci-fi armor. So it's like this, sci-fi armor corridor here. And I think we use this in a teaser, didn't we, Natik?
Yes, we use it for one of our SE previews, SE leaks.
Damn! There we go. There's another holy picture of the new sci-fi thruster large grid. Looking very shiny there. Guys, if you're having problems with the SE update, try restarting your Steam. Just try and force that update to come through.
Yeah.
There's the sci-fi Atmo thrusters all in a line there, very nice, kind of stacked.
Yes.
I think we're two-thirds the way through these final set of pictures, probably. Oh, I need some more music. Okay, so then that was like, so the next track here is called, I don't know what this is. Is this for the trailer? Maybe this is. Yeah. I know what this is. There we are. Man, those neons. And the neons, there's about 6 or 7 or 8 variants. You have like corners, you have like L-shaped, you have like wraparounds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them here. And you can use them really nicely.
And actually we actually plan to add a few more. Yeah. Because we already have a couple of requests from CTG already.
And can you say which ones those are?
T-shape, I believe.
T-shape, okay. Because you can make a T-shape, probably, but like where it actually meets. So yeah, T-shape, soon TM.
Yeah, soon TM, exactly. So yeah, we definitely have some work to do.
And of course, guys, and I haven't said it. I don't think we said it yet tonight. If you have any feedback, if you have any bugs and issues in the update, please do use the support site and get those filed right away, and we'll get to them. I think, yeah, so Aragav says, and a plus shape, so like a cross section. T-section and cross section neons will be also really powerful. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
These are all fantastic screenshots, I see. There's the
thank you.
Atmo, Sci-Fi Atmo large grid? No, sorry, small grid. One more up. And again.
So yeah, atmospherics.
I've also seen people use the neons, the construction model of the neons, really cool as well for like just kind of like building it, using it to kind of not as neons, but also kind of as like connecting struts and stuff. So you can really use, as always, the new blocks in both their finished and unfinished states in many, many ways.
Yeah.
All right, we've got here a new bar counter. And the bar counter, if I hadn't mentioned already, comes in 2 variants. You have the corner bar counter
straight.
and the straight bar counter.
Yeah, straight and the corner one.
There's the large grid. And the final track here we're going to play is called Neon Souls. So let's have a little listen to it. This is only this is a shorter track. I'm not sure if this is either a snippet of it. Let's have a look. Okay, no, this is. I think this is. Okay.
Yeah, this is the short one.
This is the short one, yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Oh man, that large one looks so cool. I've only actually put it, I think I've only used it once in one of the GIFs, I think. I couldn't fit it into the trailer. There was so much stuff to get into the trailer. So I didn't get every variant in the trailer there, but this is the large grid atmospheric thruster here, but it's actually, I think, one of my favorites. There's so much going on with it. There we go. I'll just go put this back on.
Yeah, our artists spent a lot of time actually on this stuff to make it look realistic and functional, and have this badass looking design.
We got the penultimate image here, which is actually the splash screen for the DLC.
Yes. Yeah.
And the very final image.
The hero banner.
The hero banner, yeah.
For the DLC, yeah. So this image is actually the one of the settings, one of the metro stations.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah, I just quickly put some blocks. I just quickly replaced some blocks, and placed some new LCD panels in the background to kind of make it a little bit more advanced. But basically, it's just the same thing.
And yeah, it's a really great image, Natik. All the art for the. I mean, I said at the start of the stream, you can tell this is. I feel like you can tell this is an artist update. I don't know. It's like there's so much passion from the art team.
Yes.
It went crazy in a good way.
Yeah, we went completely crazy with this DLC. Yeah, we really unleashed our potential, but great. Not full of course. we still have lots of cool stuff in our heads.
And you know what's so great to see from Will Wah says the free stuff that comes to the update are game changing, and that, I'm so happy you think that, Will Wah, because really it's I think this is really done. Let me just get back up this image here. Oh wait, I can do it like this. There we go. Yeah, like, because I think the weather alone could have actually been its own update, nearly. Like it really is. There's so many aspects to it, and the fact that it changes the whole feel of the game and affects not just visual, and it is gameplay changing as well, is a massive deal. Hinges unlock a whole new box of crazy contraptions and shenanigans to be had in the game. Like Hinges, I'm so happy that we did Hinges. I think probably that's probably, if I had to have a favorite thing, I think probably that, just because I know what people will be able to do with those hinges. But it's hard. It's really hard because there is a lot of stuff in this which is all beautiful.
Yeah.
Small grid door, that kind of completes the. Players have been asking for small grid doors. Well, not quite as long as Hinges, but for a long time. And obviously we had the small grid windows at the holidays. So it's great that we can now finish off the kind of small grid ecosystem, you could say, where you can now have these shuttles and stuff with these doors. And then again, you've got the vanilla one. And you've also got the one in the Sparks of the Future pack as well. So going through this again. The letters, fantastic stuff as well.
I hope
being able to mark things like that. And if you guys feel like there's anything missing from the letters, do let us know. We like, for example, we added later on in development, we added the exclamation mark and question mark, so there could be some more uses for the letters for both, large and small grid. So if there's any ones you feel like are missing, please do, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys have something, please write to us. We will be more than happy to hear all the feedback from you.
Some people were asking about different characters as well, Natik. Like non kind of English characters. As probably it's maybe a dangerous category to get into, because there could be many. But I'm wondering if there could be certain ones that were more reusable across languages. You know, like I'm not sure. Like if we were gonna get some to kind of represent your home country. What do you think?
That would be too much, I think. Yeah, but that's also possible.
Yeah.
Why not?
Klingon.
Well, we will definitely think about that. So I cannot promise anything right now, but definitely we will think about that.
Yeah. And the Sparks the Future station, of course, is in the game for everyone to play.
Yes.
And that will be the kind of the standard version, and that will also free. You can look at all the awesome stuff in there and play with the fun scripts and explore the station and go to the shooting range and all that stuff. And finally, on the free update there again, we've got the LCD posters, which you can decorate your cabins or your stations with. So yeah, really exciting stuff.
Yeah, and actually those LCD posters, they're playing a very important role in the whole picture of interior design or exterior design. So you can really add a lot visually by using those LCD posters.
And Marek, I'm not Marek. There you go, Marek. Natik, I'm just going to jump into another world now and showcase the Mars Outpost. And this is a nice way to showcase weather, but also some more of the box and stuff. So let's just jump into this. Okay. Is there anything else, Natik, you really would like to cover today? That you want to shout outs maybe?
No, I think that's all from my side. I was very happy to talk with you. I was very happy to present this stuff and talk about it a little bit. To say thanks to you, Joe, to all the guys that've been working on this great DLC, of this great update. And I really hope that you guys enjoy it as much as we enjoyed it while working on it, actually. Yeah, so I really can't wait to see what you guys will be doing with it, with this stuff. So thanks a lot, and see you.
Thank you so much, man. Natik, later. Thank you for coming on.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Whee. All right, guys. So, welcome to Mars. And this, of course, is the station. I can change it. Let's go to... It's windy. Solar panels, wind turbines are spinning like mad. Solar panels are at... Wow, these ones don't even work. Oh, I think it's nighttime now, actually. Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe interesting. Reduce efficiency. Now, if we come inside one of these little capsules... and we're now going to get Kianata, our community manager, on the line. And they're going to join us, and we're going to answer some questions. And he'll probably be answering questions, and I'll be playing the games. I know you guys have been dying to see the game, actually. So let me just quickly set this up and show you guys this. We come to an LCD panel. We come to script. We go down to script, and we have all the clocks. Well, okay, let's add a clock to start with on this side. Then over here we can come in, select script, come down, and then we'll scroll down to weather. Now, Mars Storm Heavy is happening. So you can now, and this works on all planets and stuff, so you can now have an LCD panel which will tell you the weather outside, especially useful if you're in a bunker underground, or maybe a ship with limited visibility. It can be nice to get information from the environment about what's going on outside. So yeah, this is that. This is the little kind of survival pod here made by Bruce. And the new sliding door, this is the DLC sliding door. To open it, obviously opening it's easy enough. Closing it, it's actually got quite a large area. If you look at any of the kind of opening, you can actually, even there, you can close it. But Bruce here added a button as well on the inside, and you can come inside and then press the button and close it like that. So it's depending on how you want to set it up. So gives a nice little window there to look out of. Let's take this car for a drive, and I'll get Kianata on, because I know you guys have got lots of questions, but hold on, let's see. Is he ready? Let me just check. Okay, thank you. I think he's, let's see if he's here. Yes, he is. Fantastic. And he's green screened up. And there he is. Testing, testing. Have we got a Kianata?
I think we're good to go.
Let me put you down here. It'd be great if we could get all the team members green screens. Welcome to the stream, man. How's it been? How's it been out in the wild land of chat?
Oh my, so many of the questions, but we're gonna answer everything, or most of everything. We're gonna do all the things. Is everybody cool if we do all the things?
Let's go from, I'm just gonna, because I think people have been dying to see the weather and stuff in game, so I'm gonna kind of show some of the weather gameplay in the background, and yeah, just hit me, man. Hit all the questions up, let's go, let's roll.
Okay, let's start off super easy. Water is a lie. There is no water in this DLC or update. It is just a clever trick done by some of our designers, so that's a nice, easy one. Xbox players, we hear you, we see you. Hi, how you doing? This update is only for PC. We're going to continue to update and support Xbox, just like we've said all along through release. We don't have a time frame for DLC releases on Xbox right now. But we are still working on that, and we are still working on more localization options and server support. So just know that we're still working on stuff for you, and we'll continue with that. And Kanada's volume is low.
Yeah, you are a little low. Yeah, that's. Should notice that when you came in. So you guys can see the brand. This is one of the ships they're using the trailer, made by Bruce Lee. And again, really nice use of those hinges with the thrusters on them. And on the wings themselves actually fold down using a combination of 2 hinges and 1 piston there. Really cool
how's
effects.
The volume now?
It's still a bit quiet, I'd say, probably.
What if we move it super close to our face?
That's good now.
That's good right there. Fantastic. Okay, so multiplayer testing is still live, and if you want to participate, here is a link. Actually, we're just going to grab the whole thing and provide a link. And we have tons of crazy, super awesome, amazing changes that are going on in multiplayer testing. So if you want to participate, please do give us feedback and let us know how it runs for you. Yes, the update is out right now. If you're having trouble seeing it, please just restart Steam. Did you also fix the things?
We have got, yes. There is also, because obviously we covered all the, the update stuff, but there is a changelog with, there we go, changelog with fixes as well. So definitely check that if you want to see which fixes went out in this update.
Yes, we did fix the things. The things that were fixed are in the changelog. Pressurized buildings do not see weather inside them, at least that was the case, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Are we going to be adding features X, Y, and Z to Space Engineers? And those are just variables for fill in whatever feature you have asked about, and I've seen about 1 million features asked about already. We have tons and tons and tons of stuff planned for this year, so maybe some of them probably, other ones definitely not. So wait and see. We have tons of awesome stuff coming for you. So what do you do inside the Sparks of the Future station? Well, as you heard Joel, as you clearly heard Joel in the intro, you go there and relax. You take some time off. The new music that is going to be added to the game soon, and we had a couple of people ask about the AMD Ryzen issue, which is just an ongoing issue. Yeah, it's there's some select AMD Ryzen processors that are really struggling to work with Space Engineers right now. Please know that this is a top priority for us, and that we are absolutely working on this right now. This is something that gets daily updates. We've literally purchased equipment to run those tests on specific setups. So we're working really aggressively to resolve this for you. I'm really sorry that this ended up being such a drawn out issue, but we're going to fix it. It's going to happen. All
right, I made it to space. I'm actually going to go back down to do the weather. I just wanted to show you guys leaving the atmosphere here with this awesome ship. With its VTOL
awesome.
capabilities. This is running a script. This is running a VTOL a vector thrust script, I believe. Not sure which one. Like the one. But man, when Bruce sent this to me, I literally cried. I was like, I didn't expect him to make something with these hinges. Like I thought maybe the engines would like move a little bit like they do there. But to have like these wings that also like move down and at the same time have those atmospheric thrusters like rotate. I was like, Bruce, bruh. Yeah, there we go.
So it shifts over time. It changes over time. What is the thing that people are asking about the most?
Yeah.
Definitely today in chat, the thing I've seen the most is people saying, when are we going to get NPCs? We don't have any update on any kind of plans for stuff like that. As you know, we're always planning ahead, but we're not always talking about the stuff that we're going to do in the future. So we don't have any kind of updates for that. That can go with the, will this game get features X, Y, and Z? Maybe.
Just going to reload this.
We've been getting constant updates based on player feedback. All right. Why is Captain Jack a moderator on our YouTube channel? Because of his inherent power. He's so strong. No, he just force talked me into it. He's like, you need to make me a mod. It's like, yes, Captain Jack, of course.
Also, word in the Hinge, the vector thrust script is from Whiplash. You guys might be seeing some sparks. The sparks are visual right now, but there's not. That isn't actually clanging. It's just fine. This is word from also from Bruce. Like, you might see some sparks going on right now. Sparks the future. Okay. Here we go. Touchdown. Now here's a little drill ship. Again, made by. Oh wait, hold on. I think this was Bruce as well. And you can see the front end of this. You can see it's using each arm has one hinge on the top, then two hinges on the bottom, plus a piston, and the piston is extending, and the hinges are moving there. So that way I can come in here like this. Oh, is it mine? There we go. There we go. Mine away, and then when we're ready, lift it back up. So there's an example of some use of the hinges. And you say this, you saw the same in the ship as well with the wings, how you can use these 1x1 hinges to make mechanisms like this now. So satisfying. So you carry on, Kinato. I was just pausing you there.
You're good. I'm still reading.
Here's a bigger one. This is a bigger driller. Let's see. Now, let's see, Bruce. You know what I mean, Bruce? Let's see if this... It was, okay, but let's see here.
As always, if you run into any issues with the new DLC and update, please contact us at support. Make a ticket, post an issue, vote on other people's issues, and let us know what you have going on. We will be cranking out the hot fixes. Will hinges break like rotors? You tell us.
I mean, they should be.
How do they work?
They won't be. I tell you this: the hinge. I think I already mentioned the hinges won't be any more. They won't be any more problematic than rotors can be sometimes. If anything, I think they're going to be more stable than rotors because they have those limits, 180 degrees. So they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be any worse than rotors if and when you have issues with them. That's what I'd say. So again, look at this mechanism here, which is Bruce's set up. We have a hinge here with the piston there pushing that first mechanism, and then we've got a hinge here with that one piston there going to that, another hinge there. So when we move these parts, whoa, it's quite quite top heavy there, but don't mind that. You see the mechanisms at work. There we go. I think Bruce didn't set any limits up on this, so it goes a bit wild. There we go. It's working. It's just, I mean, actually, you see like diggers and stuff do that for real, where they can actually lift their own body up. So that's actually legit.
What are you doing to address the 10K PCU cap on Keen official servers? We are currently running some tests on multiplayer improvements, and if you would like to be a part of that, I will provide you with a link that has all the details.
Right, so come back to weather. I can show you guys, there's a brand new tab called the weather tab, and in here, 4th random weather, create lightning. Oh, let's see what happens. Oh god, hold on. Oh my goodness. And I guess that would actually maybe damage a block there. Now we remove the weather. We can see here, we've got next weather is in 300 seconds. There's no incoming weather. The temperature is extreme freeze, and it's nearly 1 intensity. So if we remove this, so this is like normal Space Engineers. This is Space Engineers that you would have seen, you know, up to this date, I guess. And yeah, this is like night on Mars, right? And it's a certain vibe to it. It's quite nice, quite pleasant actually. I quite like the vibe of this Mars mining outpost at night.
We have all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. So I'm still getting some of the same Xbox questions, and I just wanted to go through it again. My mic was a little quiet when I started. This update is for PC only. We're continuing to update and support Xbox just as we have been this entire time. We don't have a time frame for DLC releases on Xbox, but that is a priority for us, and we are still actively working on more localization options and server support for Xbox. So Xbox players, you're still a top priority. We're still working on it, but we don't have time frames for DLC release right now.
This is the light weather, and it's a bit more, you know, because now the visibility, I can see the whole of this base. It's still pretty intense though, and you can see the stuff blowing over here. When it comes to that heavy one, I used heavy in the trailer, but I'm wondering if I don't know if it would have been better off using light. I don't know, because light isn't as brutal actually. You can see that rover in the distance and some stones. I'm super hyped to see some videos that come out of this now. Alien, good point. We can go see some, because most of you guys have seen is the Mars weather, because, you know, the trailer now, because I had this all set up. So we can go to one of the other planets and see the alien fog, because I haven't actually seen that myself, with my own eyes, I don't think. So we can check that out. We've shown off the hinges in some kind of drill craft, which is good to see, and in the winged vehicle here. So yeah. Also, put another 07 in the chat, guys, if you've picked up the Sparks of Future pack. I'm curious how many people tuning in right now who have decided to pick up the pack. Actually, no, I should apologize, Aaron. This might actually clear this might just wipe the chat clean for a second. I'm not sure.
That's fine. That's fine. A couple of these questions have come up a few times. I'm trying to mentally note people's questions. 07, and I'm just going to try and memorize the screen before that happens. And it's gone. All right, so
I'm going to try and do this lightning right in front of me here. What happens? I think lightning looks better when it's distant, but let's see. Oh, wait, I think damage is disabled. Wait, I think damage is disabled right now. Yes, damage is disabled. That's why. Okay, so damage enabled. Oh my god. Damn. What's the chance of getting struck by lightning twice? Quite high in this case.
Well, if you have the ability to aim lightning, yeah.
Well, let's aim like now. Let's do it like that. If I do it in the sky, would it work? No, it has to be a ground target. So if we hit like one of the... Is it a bit quiet for you guys? You can hear the sound effects a bit better here. Let me just turn this up. Maximum immersion for a second there, and I'll turn this down in a sec. So lots of 07s in the chat, damn. And Drago's already modding the weather, so definitely there's some big potential for modding the weather now on Modded Planet Special. Is that what you mean, Drago? Let's hit the rover out there, if I can aim at it. There we go. Oh damn, the whole thing moved. It like shaked. Hit the ship. Oh! And for if a ship is supposed to be, well, obviously not going to have that in space, but it could be problematic if you're traveling into space, you know, in a storm, and the lightning catches you on the way out, and then you've suddenly got a breach in your hull. There we go. Obviously, this won't happen on Mars. This is only going to be for Earth-like, actually, but this is showing how you can use the new admin screen to do the weather effects here, so... Man, I love the feel now. It's so cool, like, walking around this outpost and seeing this stuff, like, blow through. It's just super, super... That's what I was telling you guys, like, the pictures don't do the weather justice. You need to really, like, jump in and see it with your own eyes to really kind of feel the weather, you know?
Astro Phoenix, any time frame on being added to the Ultimate Pack? We are still working on updating the Ultimate package, and I don't have a time frame for that right now, but that should be happening pretty soon. Updating the Ultimate package, I mean.
Good question.
Can we
yeah.
get the new and old thrusters grouped together in the G menu so we can scroll through them? Currently, the Sci-Fi thrusters are separate from the old ones. Interesting. That's one of them things we write down.
Someone was asking about the wind. So yes, the weather affects survival elements. Wind turbines efficiency and solar panel efficiency will be affected. If I bring this, will be affected by that. Let me just see here. So now the sun is shining through the storm because of the, you can see here, this solar panel on the roof of this only has 1 bar. So definitely going to be causing issues in some situations for sure here. So yes, it is affecting gameplay as well.
Okay, is the random weather on spawned planets and workshop planets? It can be added to workshop planets pretty easily, but until the mod authors have had an opportunity to update their planets, which I'm guessing a lot of them probably will pretty quickly, until they've had a chance to update their planets, you won't see the weather.
Oh, so yeah, let's go to another planet here. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Let's take this ship. Copy this ship with me, take it with me, and let's zoom out of this. Don't do that in spectator. Yeah, that's obviously some. You will not. That does look a bit strange, but that's not going to be a case when you're playing the game. Just some of the way that work in there. Let's see. Is this going to have the system? Oh, there's the alien planet.
If you are asking about a feature that you would like to have added to the game, please head over to our support site. Check, and I bet you'll see that it's already a suggestion there, and just vote on the topic. Feel free to leave your comments down below. Heading the support site and voting on topics tells us how important that you think these things are, and helps us understand, get some sense of priority about what we're working on. Can the weather be dangerous to the player more than just lightning? I think that
temperature
would depend on circumstances. Yeah,
it affects the temperature, so you can because beforehand you don't really freeze to death at night, whereas now you can actually freeze to death during the day depending on the weather types. So yeah, it's definitely affecting that. So we're here on the alien planet. I haven't been here for a long time, but I think if we create some weather here, this is going to change the vibe quite a bit. Alien, it could be alien fog heavy, fog light, rain heavy, rain light. And Aragath, I'm wondering if the weather, I feel like, I don't want to say this full confidence, I think one of the weather is actually toxic, I think. Let's do the fog light. Okay. And obviously, when it's happening naturally, it will like fade in. It's not going to be just instant like that. There actually is a fade in for the effects.
Does weather and fog still go through blocks? If you are in a pressurized ship, it should not come in there.
It'll look better at night, I think. Oh my god. Don't mind me, guys. Well, I've just lost my ability to... Oh damn, this is creepy. Uh-oh.
Will we bring water to the game? We already have water in the game. It's just frozen.
Aragav says alien fog reduces oxygen further, so not really toxic, but you will die faster if you have no oxygen on the planet. So it does have, again, some effect there. So this is the light fog. Light fog, man. Right, let's have a look at the heavy fog then. Let's first remove this fog. Make sure I don't... replace weather. So fog, heavy, create. Oh no, I've done two. Okay, remove weather. Now create fog heavy. So again, the visibility decreases even more now.
I am perfectly well aware of what he meant with his water question, or her water question. I am perfectly well aware. Thank you, though.
Oh god, I can't see anything. It's spooky though. Completely changes the vibe of Alien, because Alien, you know, it's interesting here. Yeah, I think I might have... It's possible you can stack the fogs as well by using the admin controls. So there's a danger thing there, and it can get super, like, stuff like that. So the visuals, you need to be careful about that. If you're manually creating weather, make sure you replace it and don't keep adding them on top of one another, because things could happen, but... Yeah, good luck finding landing ships, yeah. I don't even know where I'm at. Oh damn, there's like cliff here, I think. Yeah, there is. See that? Imagine now you're driving across the alien planet, and normally you have the ability to look ahead and think, oh, okay, there's something coming up. But if you're going at high speed, which some people do, you wouldn't be able to avoid this in time, and off you go. Down this cliff face, and probably the end of your survival rover. So it can be dangerous in that regard. Just the visibility is going to be maybe affecting how you approach. And if you're flying in a ship, oh yeah, if you're flying in a ship, 100 meters per second on the planet, with visibility like this, quite quickly, let's kind of test it here. Let's like, right, here we go. Can't see anything, so we're in a ship. Let me get up some speed here. I'm aimed right. Now, if I go forward here, let's pretend we're in a ship. 100 meters. Oh, dead. I didn't even get a time to react to it. To even, I didn't expect that, honestly. I thought I'd see it, but I got no chance. 110 meters per second. Let's try that again. Yeah, okay, maybe now, but again, you're dead. You're gone, you know? So, I think, if anything, the weather's going to be... If it comes to dangers in the weather, I think this is going to be the most... Let me try with light fog. You're going to want to be flying carefully. Right, there's light fog. Okay, this is a bit better. Okay, I think maybe I can do this time. Let's try going 100 meters per second. And if I see it, and... Can I slow down in time?
Are you going to be...
Just. Okay. So I just was able to slow down and not smack into that kind of really spiky rock face there. But in a ship, like the players, the engineers' dampeners are pretty good. But obviously, you know, some ships that aren't built amazingly, they might not have the best dampeners. So it might take... I mean, look at the engineers' slowdown speed. Look at that. It's like instant nearly. And I know ships that take so long to slow down. So I honestly think this is going to be troublesome, and you're going to think about this. Spotlights, see how effective are lights in this? Well, player lights aren't that strong, but definitely you might want to have spotlights and be more cautious around this. But damn, this is spooky as heck. Go ahead, man.
We're back to the same Xbox question about DLC. We're working on DLC, and we're going to continue to release stuff and update for Xbox. We don't have a time frame for that right now, but it is definitely a priority for us.
All right, let's have a look at the rain. Whoa! Oh damn! I've never seen the rain before, I don't think. Here we are then, guys. Oh no, I've seen light rain. I've never seen heavy rain. So this is heavy rain on the alien planet. You've got the sound effects in there. See it coming down, and it's kind of like the fog colors. It's not quite the same as the other fog, but again, feeling very, very damp and kind of miserable now. Reminds me of playing DayZ when it's always raining, and I'm always like, ugh, can we mod the rain out? Mod the rain out. But no, this is completely again changed. Oh, I still got. Oh, that's why. Hold on. So remove weather, fog heavy. No, it wasn't the fog enabled. I had done it right. But now let's go to light rain and see how that looks. I reckon that'll be okay. There we go. It puts a bit of an effect on. Remember, guys, you're seeing this come instantly, but normally when you're playing in survival, it won't be like on off. It will start to get like foggy, and the fog will come in. It will start to rain, so it'll be more smooth when the weather starts when you're playing a normal game. But this is quite nice actually. This is like walking around. There's kind of like some light mist in the back in the distance. Visibility's okay. Yeah, this is kind of quite a nice vibe.
Are you drawing inspiration from other games, and if so, are some features of other games? Wow, chat is going crazy. Are some features of other games that you've seen that you'd like to add to Space Engineers? Like most groups of developers, the people making Space Engineers are fans and gamers, and everybody has a wish list for Space Engineers. So I'm sure if you took any individual developer and said, what's your wish list, it would be wildly different from everyone else's. So lots of comments about NPCs. We don't have any information on anything like that right now. We did update the pathing on the bugs.
Okay. Hey, Bruce has posted some stuff. Hey guys, let's check it out. So, if you guys like the red rover from the trailer, you know, the one that we drove at the first ship you see, check out Brucey Sprucey in the chat. I'm going to spam that. That's that one. I'll have to add it to the collection as well. There's it in YouTube as well. So if you're interested in the rover, if you're interested in the weird containers, the kind of like survival containers, there's those. And I might have missed the ship one, but if you post the ship one again, Bruce. Oh, there's the ship as well. Fantastic. And if you're interested in the ship, which I know many of you guys were interested in, that really nice ship with the hinges and the wings, check out Bruce's workshop there. And again, big love out to Bruce for making that stuff for me. It was really, really nice quality as always from him. So that's that. Questions answered there. And it might look slightly different, I think. I'm not sure. Let me see what he's posted. I think it might not look identical. There was some tweaks made, so.
Is there going to be a second issue of the comic book? We don't have any plans for that right now. The current plan is to continue to do incremental changes. But sometimes you have something big. I personally, I considered Sparks of the Future a very big update. I'd be interested in what everyone in chat thinks of that, but I considered this, rather than an incremental change, I considered this a really huge change. In particular, because one of my favorite things to look at as far as what the community builds is mechs. I really, or overly complicated, wildly convoluted machines. That stuff just absolutely draws me in. And I imagine that the Hinge is going to be a game changer. So,
right, let's see here. Okay, so I've got 2 videos from Joachim sent in. So let's see if I can get this on stream here. Showcasing the weather. And yeah, if you don't see the rain so well, it might be because of the compression on stream, right, guys? Because the stream compression can lose the tiny droplets. But here's a video from Joachim. Display capture. There we go. This is the first one. This is called Alien Weather Demo. So we are on the alien planet now, but I think that's what it's supposed to look like. I think the fog is some kind of bug. I think maybe the admin menus maybe got a bug in there. This is what the alien rain should look like. So it's, oh, and then that's, okay, now that's the heavy fog, or the light fog. And you can see, look at the wind turbine as well, guys. Notice the wind turbine's efficiency. The wind turbine there really just gradually turning. Everything's but dead there. And then the opposite, where you have the storm blowing in on the alien planet. Wind turbines picked up speed. You can see how the different vibes can now vary at a base. Oh! Damn! And there you have it, a lightning strike on the building there, like breaking one of the paint, breaking the part of the roof there. Goodness me. So that's how the rain should look. So apologies if the stream looked a bit weird. This is how it should look when you load up the game and you start playing in survival, guys. That's the first video. And the second video is called Weather Demo, and I think this is a nice video of like, oh, here we go. Oh, thank you. This is, you know, if I had more time in the trailer, this is what I could have done in the trailer. Look at this, guys. This is freaking epic. Thank you, Jochen, for sending this. Oh, remastered snow effect with the frosted skin. Oh, and also go back here, you notice the trees. Remember, guys, with the weather, the animations of the trees and the grass will now change depending on the weather type. So you see the wind, look, the trees are really blowing there. Look at that. Now, where are we now? Oh, just in a station. There we are.
So we have a couple of questions here asking about Japanese localization. We are always investigating new localization options, and we are working on some localization options right now. This is another one of those items where we just don't have an ETA on it, but it is something that we are considering. And I see a huge number of requests, guns and NPCs and building from a remote block. These are all things where you can take your ideas to the support site and give us feedback and tell us what you would like to see in the game. Chances are, if it's a big idea like guns or NPCs, there's a thread for that, and you can go in and vote and leave feedback and leave your version of how you'd envision something like that working. Flora and fauna. Right now, we've got bugs and wolves and trees. And I guess bushes and grass. And I don't know how to classify the stuff on the alien.
Hey, Jochen, we're going to have to post this on social media. Aaron, we're going to have to post this video on social media because, again, trying to fit all the content. This is obviously showing the weather part, but this isn't covering any of the this kind of sci-fi stuff. But this is awesome, and I think a lot of players, you know, not everyone's always around. So, Aragaf, if you can send these videos in like the raw format to Erin, I reckon we should post these on our social media because it sums up really nicely all the types. Okay, go from there's the sandstorm, we've got the snowstorm, we've got the rain, we've got the Mars storm. So this is actually what we should have played at the very start of the stream because obviously some people are probably headed out now. But this actually, how long is this video? Like 30 seconds, and it quickly summarizes all the weather types. Amazing stuff.
Any approximate dates of the multiplayer enhancement release? We're still in the testing period on that. You can go participate in the multiplayer test if you'd like to. It's still live right now. Once we've completed the multiplayer test, that build is getting updates. Once we've completed those tests and the tests are closed, we'll probably have a release date sometime after that.
See that? Okay, guys.
How long until we get space weather and black holes?
Well, don't rule it out because that boy Jack has already got some tasty. He's got nebulas and stuff that he's done in his mod. So never say never, eh? His nebulas are amazing. Not that it's like weather necessarily, but you know what I mean, like some cool effects. And this is what people. There's been a couple of comments I've seen in chat, and I'm glad you guys feel about it because really the free part of this update is really I think really exciting. Honestly, I've said it a number of times today. I think the weather alone could have been its own update. And then you've got Hinges, Small Grid Door, both two things which have been asked for by the community for an eternity now. And letters as well. Another, I guess, another super popular thing people wanted. Yeah, oh, decoys, yeah, I think, so people are asking about how to avoid lightning. Now, there's a higher chance that I think it's decoys and antennas. Antennas and decoys have a higher chance of being hit by lightning. So I'm just imagining now people have like these lightning catchers or something where they just have like a huge array of antennas just sticking up to protect their base. No, hinges are part of the free update. So for you guys who are joining us later here, a quick summary of the content in this update can be shown right on, where is it? Here. And if I hide myself, oh, there you go. Have a little quick peek at that for a second. Has a second to catch up. I said that the left-hand side, the Sparks of Future update, there's the weather, the door, the hinge, the 5 LCD posters, the letters, and the station in the free update. And then the pack has so many blocks. I'm not going to list them all right now, but you can see them all nicely displayed there. So that is the update.
If you were interested in what is new, what is in this, if you're just joining us right now, here is your blog post. This is everything that's come in this update.
Yeah, and they are conveyor hinges. There's three sizes of hinges. You have the large grid has one size, just 1 by 1 large grid. And the small grid has 1 by 1 small grid size and also 3 by 3. So the 3 by 3, of course, is perfect for mounting like welders and drills and stuff like that on articulated arms. And the 1 by 1 small grid works really nicely with pistons and stuff like that to do cool mechanisms. And also to convey stuff, because you can't convey for a 1 by 1 rotor on small grid. So having the 1 by 1 conveyor hinge is super useful actually, and it's going to be open up some awesome things. So, man, I am so like, my adrenaline's been keeping me going the last week. I've just been so hyped for this. There's so much going on with it, and it's kind of just been prepping for this release has been definitely one of the most exciting and also not say stressful, but I don't know. There's just been so much to try and cover. Advanced rotor. No, but not on small grid. Gwen.
Kato Roan, is it enough to play on the public test, or do you need specific actions or gameplay? Honestly, the best feedback you can give us right now on the public multiplayer testing is simply to tell us if you've noticed a performance difference between the version of multiplayer we're running right now and the test version. If you notice a notable difference, or you notice a notable difference with something specific, please tell us about it. We'd love to hear about it.
Okay, you're right, Gwyn, but not 1 by 1. Sorry, I should say that. 1 by 1 size conveyed. Yo. Let's close this up, and we'll jump back in. Well, thank you, Aragaf. That really is a fantastic video you shared there. I think we're about done on the main things, I think, right? Any requests in the chat while we're answering more questions here? Because there's still a lot of questions flying for the chat. So I'm thinking if there's anything else you'd like to see. Maybe Alien Thunderstorm Heavy. Let's see that. Oh no, let's do, is there snow? No, there's no snow. Well, we can actually test snow here. I don't know if snow is, let's do light snow. Ooh, the Northern Lights. Ooh. And because it works on voxel type, modders are really going to be able to go nuts with the weather system now. It's because obviously it's way more, because beforehand in the Frostbite we had it as a scripted weather, and people could use it. But with this, now that it's way more incorporated into the base game, like all through the screen and everything, modders are going to be able to go to town with this, and I can't even imagine what they're going to do. Or I can imagine what they're going to do. All right, so Aragaf says, oh, that's like random weather, right? Created random weather. So you can also use the chat commands. Are there other chat commands, Aragaf? They're probably the same as Jack put in, right? So now we're having random weather, and I think the snow's fading. That's what it looks like. So the snow is kind of disappearing now. And are we going to get a new weather, or is that cleared up? Yeah, so people, I've seen some comments about lightning. People aren't, not everyone's super happy about lightning doing damage. So maybe, I don't know if there's some option for it, but if there isn't, we should probably have it in the, you know, where it has like environment hostility or something like that. There should maybe be an option about lightning causing problems. But okay, now it seems to be doing weather. Although we can see what's coming in, can't we? Oh, current weather. Okay, I think the actual snow did just... So it does snow on Alien Planet as well. So there's the snow light. And then the next weather is happening in 10 minutes. No, we won't, it's not about removing it to Miroslav, but of course in Space Engineers, everyone likes to play their game very differently. Some people don't want those elements in there. It's you know, it's we have a very broad and diverse community who enjoy different things. So I can understand people not wanting lightning that damages things. You know, people don't like the drones and pirates and stuff like that as well. So it makes sense. So I'm not sure if there is some. Yeah. So tie the lightning damage to hostility settings to the variable damage of meteors. Yeah, there could be something like that, right? It's a nice vibe though here. Let's a bit of light snow. But thank you for bringing it up, guys. I'm not sure how widespread this feeling is about lightning, but I am seeing some comments come up about it already. So obviously, you guys, and I'm sure as you guys jump in the coming days and play all this, I'm sure you'll have some more feelings about about what is good.
Updates to the Ultimate Edition bundle are going to be happening moving forward, but as I said, we don't have a time frame for that.
Yeah.
Building from a remote block down the road. There are tons and tons of features that are down the road, but because we're not there yet, we don't have anything to announce on those.
To our weather.
Can you
heavy snow,
charge
okay.
batteries by having lightning strike an antenna? I think that's an awesome idea.
That would be really cool, actually. Like or like overcharge or something like capacitors.
Yeah.
Do we know how random it is? Because some people were asking about that. Like maybe because if the lightning is like super rare, like if there's a storm, you know, because and Aragath balanced the weather. I'm gonna get this right because obviously we worked with Jakarian on the weather, but Aragath also did a lot of the implementation on our side with the global weather. I can't remember exactly, but Aragath said that try it first, see how you feel about it as well, because I don't also... Oh, here we go, here comes the heavy snow, damn. Whoa, it's picking up. Oh my goodness.
When will it come to PS4? We don't have anything new or any new news to announce
Windy
as
as
far
heck.
as supporting on other consoles. Right now our focus is on continued development on PC and Xbox. I'm getting a lot of repeat questions at this point.
Yeah, of course, if there's that, ideally probably best look for new questions, because then we can, if people watching back the stream, it will be useful to see that kind of stuff.
Average Doggo, repeat question. Proper teen servers win.
You guys
they
notice?
Run pretty well right now. If you'd like to help, if you don't feel like they're up to par, we have multiplayer testing running right now. We'd really love to have your feedback.
Here's, guys, a perfect example of how the weather isn't instant. You notice how the weather slowly got heavier and heavier and heavier, and it's still getting heavier here. Do you notice that there?
I have another question about Hinges. Can I safely use it combined with landing gears? That is a very subjective question. What do you mean by safely using, and how are you combining it with landing gears?
Oh my goodness.
This is Space Engineers we're talking about, so. If you buy the Ultimate Edition today, you do not get this DLC.
Visibility is
this come
just
to console?
gone.
We do not have any time frame for that.
Can't see where I'm going. Damn. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this is nuts. Okay, use the artificial. Alright, there we go. That's like to the horizontal then, and just go up, I guess. But there's mountains around here. But this is kind of me experiencing firsthand, like, the problems with visibility. Oh, there's a door. Hold on. So I'm terrible at leaving the door open. There we go. I see a little flash there. Right, we're in VTOL mode. Let's switch up our thrusters. Let's fold them up. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Sound effects activated. Alright, I think we're good now.
Bleep, bleep, bleep really helped. Appreciate that.
The sun? Oh, there's the sun. Ah, that's the sun. You can use the sun as well, I guess. There we go, coming above it now. Let's see. We're free. So something obviously you won't have currently. You won't see weather from a distance. That's also the current implementation doesn't support that. So that's also something worth noting.
Why are certain things subgrids by default? Wheels and hinges, for example. I don't have a well-informed response to that. That would be a better question asked to a developer. Maybe Joel, you have something to say on that?
It's just the way they're done. Because it's not an animation like because obviously we have like hangar doors and they move, but they don't interact with physics the same way. And the way they work, the hinges and the rotor and the wheels, they are separate grids. I'm not the most technical person either, but it is the implementation. That's the way it is done. And I'm really stuck. This is where we need a technical person, but... Oh, that's why, because each subgrid is unique. Is a unique physics entity. That's why, and it's just the way. And if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to interact with them the same way.
Is this a free update? The update portion of this content is free. If you check the blog, which I just linked, you can look at all of the free features that are included with this update, and there's also DLC content.
There we go. I put this up again in the stream for a brief second here to quickly summarize, maybe for more people are joining us, the different parts of the... there we go. Also the featured chat, thank you, beat me to it. Move it around here.
Are the new thrusters stronger than the normal ones?
Nope.
Nope.
Only visual changes. Both the atmospheric Sci-Fis and these engines, they're both exactly the same as default as the older thrusters. The only same size, same output, same everything. The only difference is the visuals.
When are we getting a new custom feature Zoc showed?
Well, is it Zoc show?
Yeah, it's the Zoc show. I'm not actually sure what you're referencing.
I think he's probably talking about the old update videos, probably. Not quite the... yeah. Alright. So also I'm thinking, if I reload this, I wonder where I'm going to go. Actually, I had to take a quick... Oh, he means the fact workshop scenario worlds are showing the main... Oh, okay, yeah, so apparently this is a new thing. that workshop scenario worlds now show in the scenario list. And I didn't know if that was new, this update. I didn't know about it being new, but apparently it is new, that if you subscribe to a workshop scenario, it will now appear in the new game screen. And that's the same way how you can get the extended edition version of the Sparks the Future Station through that. So it's a pretty exciting thing. So for any people who make scenarios, multiplayer maps or campaigns, it will now appear in the new game screen. So that's actually quite exciting. Oh, apparently only for... Well, I think it's maybe the way you do it, maybe the way you publish it matters. I'm not sure. I didn't set up all the scripting for that, so I can't fully comment, unfortunately. Wait, I say Aragaf, it sparks the future, isn't it? Yeah, it sparks the future. Yeah, would you guys... I don't know, let's do some 07s in chat if you would like me to publish this map, because currently this isn't published right now. This is a combination of efforts from Aragaf and Smock. Aragaf made this initial thing. Smocky helped out with this stuff. Bruce made the vehicles here and the containers. So would you guys like this map on the workshop too? I have to kind of, what's the word? I have to cook it up in a nice format, but all right. I should have, yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, I can prep this for, yeah, I think I need to make a couple of changes, and then I think we can probably post this. So keep an eye out on the workshop in the coming days, guys, and I'll get this one posted as well. Maybe we can add some stuff to it. I don't know if Smocky or I don't know if Smocky and Bruce have any. I think Smocky had some vehicles as well, so I'm not sure if they fit in with this. We could actually post them as well and have it all as kind of like a little world for you guys to explore. And it is pretty cool with all the signposts and stuff. So. And of course, remember, most of this is just, it's more like a set, guys. Like, it's a lot of this, I don't think these are conveyed up, for example. So a lot of it is like a set. It could be functional. You can make it functional. But currently it was made for video purposes to showcase stuff. But there you go. It does look quite nice, I will admit. Well, I can showcase the feature of, so here we have a poster which has been not the right way. So we come in here, scroll down, we can rotate it like this now. Now it looks good. It's another important part of that, because also we have different versions. If you come down here, we've got each of the posters, the new posters have square shaped, like horizontal and vertical. This one has the vertical one added, but because because LCDs are normally rotated in different ways, we added in this rotation option so you can get it exactly the way you want with the right aspect ratio, so they don't look stretched or anything. So that's just another cool point there.
With the hinges being added, are there any plans to support subgrids for projectors?
The age-old question.
Yeah, this is another one of those, please go to the support site, please vote on the topic. There are a number of items, as one of the community members in chat pointed out earlier, that are on the support site. These are things we've actually completed, but if you would like to go to the support site and drop a topic down or vote for a topic there, please do so and tell us what you're thinking and what your idea is. It's always interesting if you were to take something that you think would sound pretty straightforward, like a player says that they'd like to have battleship cannons in Space Engineers. Well, you think that's a very straightforward idea. I can imagine battleship cannons in my head. But if you read the description of what that person considers a battleship cannon compared to 100 other people, it's totally different. So the support site helps us get a good general consensus on what people would like to see.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And also, I'm just showing here how you can recolor. So the neons aren't lights. They are actually, well, you change them via the color picker here. And by changing this will actually change how bright they are, I think. Yeah, there we go. So if I turn down this all the way, obviously this is going to be saturation and so on. But if I put that on, you can see how they're pretty much off. then put up a little bit, then kind of you can kind of see some of the texturing, kind of like you can imagine having like flickering lights. You know, you get where you have like those fluorescent lights when they start to lose power and they start to lose like effectiveness. So you can kind of go with something like that, and then yeah, all the way to the end, you can max it out and have max glow of these. So you can actually change exactly how much these. Maybe turn down a little bit would actually be kind of nice. Maybe like 70% might be quite nice. There you go. Just a little bit of the super bright glow coming off it. There we are. So that's also configurable. I don't think they won't be able to blink, actually. That's a good point. Well, actually, no. Maybe they can blink if you use a timer block to turn them on and off, but they don't have a... Let me think about this.
Any in-game ways to upload custom images to LCDs. Again, another one of those features where we don't know anything about that right now, but that is one of the easiest ways to get into modding. That is by far one of the easiest things to mod in the game is a custom LCD image.
So you can change the color of the... You can turn off the whole station, but the neons themselves don't have a control panel because... is that right? Yeah, because they're not like a functional block in a way. You know what I mean? Yeah. But because of that, they are super cheap. They're only 1 PCU per block, the same as armor blocks. Because they're pretty much emissive stripes. So it's a trade-off. You can slap a million neon lights everywhere and they won't have next to anything affecting performance, but you don't have the control panel thing, so it's apples for apples kind of thing, right, in some ways. I don't know, maybe some people would prefer the functionality over the performance, I don't know, but actually it's interesting. Good power cables, yeah, you can use them. And if I show down the ground down states here, they're really nice for using. Let me just bring the daytime up here. There we are. Grind them down. That's the model, and even in the map, the designers used this construction state for some really nice, either detailing, but yeah, you can use this as kind of cables, and you can have this running out to a solar panel or something like that. So another reminder that in the SE you can use not just the blocks but also their construction states for some really amazing purposes here. So there we go. Cable trays, exactly. There we are. Infinite color options. RTX lighting when.
Custom programmable NPCs. I think there's a couple bridges to cross before we got anywhere near that. We keep telling you what we want. What do you want? We want our game to run perfectly for all of you, and for all of you to give us a pat on the back and tell us that we did a good job. That's honest to goodness truth right there. That's what we want. Endless hours in the day to work on stuff, that'd be nice.
You guys can see how the letters are written out here. We've got 3 groups. We have the letters, the numbers, and then the various other things. So you can kind of bring up this, and then you can scroll wheel through. Turn off auto rotate, thank you. That would be also very good. So we get that right. There we are. Apparently, okay. So we're going to do a dash, and we can make a dash A1. There we are. Or this could be, you can paint, I don't know how well this will work. I'm not sure if it does work actually. Or you can paint that. Okay, it adds like a little effect here. The hexagon pattern. Make them gold. So actually also showcasing the letters and how you make the letters. We've also got, exclamation marks, colons, and ampersand, hyphen, question mark, exclamation mark, colon, and apostrophe, underscore. There we are. So that's all the different types. Yeah, and the video, this ship uses Whiplash's vector control script. So these do not work just thrusters don't just work through hinges. Can't see the connection method there. So basically, these are like, these kind of things fold back, and the stuff can flow through without like losing the seal. That's kind of what we went for there, because there's obviously, if you guys remember Digi's conveyor hinges, they had a slightly different look to them, more like a flexible material. And with this one, it'd be kind of, the guys came up with a really interesting idea for coming up with this idea, how to have a hinge that looked attached, but that also looks like it's able to transfer materials constantly. And they kind of came up with this kind of like rolling shutter door things. So
it really looks amazing.
Yeah, you can kind of see where it hits there, so. All right, guys. How are we feeling? Do we have many more questions? Erin, what do you think, man?
I think we're doing okay. I just wanted to say thank you, everyone, for the supportive comments. We really, if you are having fun with this, that's what we want. That's the best reward there is. So if you enjoy this, give us feedback. Tell us how we did. Follow us on social media. Tell us what you think of the new DLC. And just let us know, because the more things you tell us you love, the more things will go, oh, well, I guess maybe they want more of that.
Definitely, absolutely. And if I haven't mentioned it enough, guys, we really, as always, lots of changes, lots of new stuff. Please do leave all your feedback, ideas, and any bugs and crashes you have. I'm hearing something about maybe some issues with certain subgrids. So I imagine there'll be a hotfix later this week, fixing some of those most pressing issues. Our guys are working really hard with this update to test it as much as possible. But as you can imagine, when it comes to stuff like hinges and so on, it's only a matter of time before lots of stuff, people do all kinds of crazy things with those contraptions. So we'll definitely be taking those that feedback in ASAP. Now, do many of you guys have any cool creations that you've built so far with the hinges and stuff? I'm curious, because we asked about it at the start of the stream, and I'm curious if we've had. I know there was a delay because you guys couldn't get into game for a while, but I'm curious if there's anything you guys want to share. Have you been sent anything, Kinato? I don't know, out of interest.
I have not received anything. I imagine in about a week we will have a mad collection. I'm guessing Reddit and social media will be packed with crazy new Hingy creations. So
let's come down to let's add that weather script again so we can see what's coming. So, okay, here we go then. Actually, oh yeah, look, I think weather right now is dust. So I think maybe let me check the weather. No, maybe. Looks like it's. Is it me or is it slightly getting? I feel like it's not 100% crystal clear right now. Maybe there's some kind of weather coming in. It doesn't say it's coming in, but the weather thing says dust. But of course, if we go ahead, let's actually change it here. Remove the weather. There definitely was. Yeah, look, there definitely was. There was a light dust, because I should have done it when I was looking outside, and that was just ambient. That was automatic. Now it says weather clear. So if you see the screen, again, super useful if you're deep inside the belly of a ship or you're underground in a bunker, you can find out what's going on outside. There's the dust. So the dust is super subtle. It just kind of adds this like slight haze as stuff's being kicked up and blown around. So it's a very, not such a crazy intense weather effect, but it's still there and it still changes the feel. Yeah, I realize that now, yeah.
On Hinge use, just following up some comments in chat, there are a huge number of builds that I've seen get posted on the workshop and shared across media that had solutions for not having small grid doors that included pistons and rotors and all sorts of other things. I'm really interested to see, someone was saying APC hatches. I'm really interested to see what people do with hinges and what people simply just, knock out what they had there before and just throw a small grid door in. So I can't wait to see everything get posted. It's Christmas for me comes after Christmas for you.
Dust.
Yes, indeed.
See, I haven't been able to check any of the news. Is the update going all right out there, Aaron?
Yeah.
I've been lost if there was some crazy stuff going on.
No. So far, everything's okay. Q&A team checked in with me.
Good.
Everything looks fine. I gave Q&A team a heart attack because I said, I think this might be a thing. And they were like, what are you doing? Why? No, everything's fine. Everything looks good. But if you do run into any issues, please contact us on our support portal so that we can help resolve them for you. We really do want to get stuff fixed as quickly as possible. And if you take a moment to report an issue, you're helping a lot of other people, because as soon as we can address that for you, we can address it for other people as well. That is a very technical question to which I do not have an answer. Will you be moving to .NET 5.6 when they come out? I'm sorry, I don't have an answer to that. And those of you helpy helpertons out there in chat who've been linking things all night, moderators and just
great
watching
job.
The stream. Yeah, thank you very much.
Fantastic stuff.
Gwyn was way faster on the draw than me tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we got again. There was so much to get through. I think I've covered everything. I think we have covered everything here tonight. At least in brief. There's definitely some of the elements we haven't gone into in detail. Some of that I'm sure you'll find that yourselves. Can you blow up the station? Probably. I don't know actually. I never tried. But there is. I think some people are finding there are police. So if you get caught wandering off from the authorized areas, you will be, and the police drones catch you, you will be arrested and taken to prison. And there actually is, there are prison cells in the Sparks Future Station. You're free to leave. You are free. You're not stuck in there, but you will be transported there. So keep an eye out if you're going to be going off the beaten path of the station. Authorized path. Xbox will get this update, of course. It's just a matter of time. Of course, you guys are obviously still waiting for Frostbite, and it's working on it as soon as possible. We're testing multiplayer as well, multiplayer improvements for Xbox. So we haven't forgotten the Xbox users. The guys are working as hard as they can on all that stuff. So please do stay tuned for Xbox. Yeah, a couple of people missed their idol, Adarainen also taken to jail. If they can catch me, exactly. Well, all right, guys. Let's see what else we got. Oh, so good. I can finally rest at the... Go on.
There have been a number of discussions online about speed limits, and just so you know, that's another one of those low-hanging fruit. It's a super easy item to mod. There's tons of mods for speed limits online in the Steam Workshop, but there have been tons of discussions online about what our speed limit is and why our speed limit is the way it is, and we really don't need to rehash them all here. A quick Google search will turn up literally years of discussions about speed limits, but it is a limiting factor as far as performance is concerned and as far as player connectivity is concerned. So if you want to go read about that, some of it's a pretty interesting read.
Definitely. Let's see here. And I have heard confirmation that we are top of the Steam Workshop right now. So thank you so much for all your support, guys. I think we are, did I hear right? I think we are number 11, top 11 on the Steam store page right now. So that's freaking awesome, nice. Guys. Glad you guys really are liking this update and DLC. This is fantastic stuff. I think hopefully it will provide you with all kinds of adventures to come now.
any plans for Linux support? We don't officially support Linux, but we have a community of players that have worked for years on trying to get Linux support for space engineers, and they have some of their own solutions. If you join our Discord server, which I will link right here, you can actually talk to that channel. We set aside a full channel for them so that they can discuss that topic and keep building on that community, and you're welcome to join in and be a part of that conversation. How many more DLC will you make? All of them. All of the more of them. That's how many.
Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking, definitely guys, the Discord, definitely join the Discord. Like, if you're new to the community, there's lots of collaboration for both Xbox and PC users, modding discussion, everything goes down in the Keen Software House Discord, so definitely join that up if you haven't yet. Yes. Should have just said yes. Yeah.
Can you guys fix the AMD thread lock bug? So we talked about that earlier, but I'm super happy to talk about that again. Mm-hmm. We're aware of an issue on a select number of AMD Ryzen processors, and we are working as quick as we can to try and resolve that issue. We know it's been floating around the community for a while, and we just want everybody to know it's a top priority for us, and we are going to get that fixed. We get daily updates. I get daily updates on progress on that. So we will resolve that.
Hold on, let's bring that. Oh, there we go. Ooh, let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been quite the ride, hasn't it, Aaron? Man, getting to this point.
Oh man.
I feel so. I feel such a weight off my shoulders right now. Oh
it's
man.
Just nice. It's not often I get to just sit down and firsthand get to address tons and tons of questions, but it's really, really nice to get to do this. So.
Yeah, it's so good, and it's great to see the reaction, guys. So I think we're going to wrap it up here for today, and hopefully we answered lots of your questions. I need some energy as well. I need to go grab some food. But please do keep the feedback coming. I know Aaron's going to be monitoring social media probably like a madman over the next 24 hours and over the weekend. So definitely feel free to give us your feedback in all the avenues. But is there what's the preference for that? For like feedback? Probably the site, right?
Yeah,
Aaron?
Please use our support portal, please. It really, really is a huge tool internally for us to try and figure out, because there's so many areas where we're in constant contact with different community members and different sized groups. If you use the support portal, it puts everything in one place for us and makes it really, really easy for us to communicate with you. And we're just going to keep throwing up links here.
Yeah, definitely. Last link spam.
Link spam.
We're going to be doing. We already posted a bunch of stuff regarding like the blueprints, and I think we'll try and get those blueprints in the trailers. That Bruce had. We'll try and get that kind of. Sorry, all together in the same place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you have some more questions, again, definitely best is to make them known to Erin. I'm going to be doing a bit of an after-party stream a little bit later here, so you're welcome to join me for some more showcase and testing. We'll probably do some community build-offs and racing, and who knows with the new hinges and stuff. So you're welcome to join me for the after-party stream in a little bit. But I need to get some food and energy on board first, and so that's that. Thank you for the nice haircut. Thank you. Oh, I mean, I don't know, both. I had my haircut done 2 days ago, so I instantly replied to that. But you might be talking about Aaron's haircut too. I don't know. Kind words.
Everybody
thank
was
you.
stunned that I had hair for a while. So that was a new thing for a while. So.
Yeah. Right. I will roll the trailer as well one more time when we finish off here. But if there's anything pressing from you, Aaron?
No, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming to the stream today and hanging out and asking questions and talking to us. I really appreciate you staying through the whole thing. It's been almost 3.5 hours of stream. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the community. And please send us your feedback.
Please do. And really, please send us all of your builds that you make with this. And also not just builds but with the hinges, but also if you have any screenshots or some short videos with your experience with the new weather, we'd love to see some stuff featuring all those new features on all end of the spectrum. So, oh, hold on. Great, okay. Oh, you you're still there. I thought I looked at you and you were frozen, but you were just staying very still, waiting for me to wrap it up. I think I'm good. I think I'm mentally ready to bring this to a close now. Fantastic. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming for you tonight and seeing your reaction to today's update. We really look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. And definitely feel free to stop by my stream later if you want to share some more feelings and chit chat. All right, I'll roll the trailer one more time. Have a great time, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. I'm going to pause. First, I'm going to pause this music. A couple more things. I'm going to mute myself, and then I'm going to roll the trailer. So, yeah, bye.
Are you tired of working 70-hour weeks on the colonies of Mars without any chance of some proper relaxation? Are you tired of that coarse, rough, and irritating sand getting everywhere? Good news, engineer. We have the perfect weekend getaway just for you. And with a decent spacefaring vessel, you can get there from any of the home system planets in no time. Before you know it, you'll have arrived at Sparks the Future Station. It's hard to miss. At arrivals, you'll be greeted by the finest facility in the galaxy, featuring top-of-the-line security, as your safety is paramount to us. You'll first want to settle into our 6-star accommodation at Hotel Argonne, where you can leave your belongings, rest for a while and freshen up. We know you'll need to after that long journey. When you're ready, you can board a reliable subway system to be taken to the central hub. This is where the fun begins. Grab a bite to eat, take in the views and lose yourself in this station of paradise and thrills. You'll notice it features a classic red v blue color ambiance. Feel free to request a tour of our engineering sector and see for yourself the inner workings of a next generation station. But be warned, some areas are highly dangerous and volatile. Sparks the Future personnel will not be held accountable for injury or death that occurs in these areas. Once you've completed the tour, you can utilize the automated shuttle or the subway system once again to return to the main facility. Get cozy by the fireplace with a cup of cosmic coffee. Experience live performances at the Shrine of Clang. Or maybe show your fellow engineers who's really got the loosest boots at one of our many nightclubs. But if you prefer to challenge your friends off the dance floor, visit our state-of-the-art shooting range with hinge targets and kill counters to make it that much more competitive. Whatever your passion, we promise that a trip to Sparks the Future Station will turn that frown upside down. And for a limited time offer, make your booking today and receive a free Elite 2 upgrade upon your arrival. The future is now.